Let's go live indeed. We did it. We are live.
We done did it.
We
Where
all
are we
got
live
here.
from?
We goddamn done did it.
Gosh, damn done. I don't know.
All right, good stream, everyone.
Yep. All right, see you in 2 weeks. Whew. Man, we left the group in a bit of a pickle. I should probably bring up the battle map, huh?
You'll just start there.
Start there.
That's really the.
You don't have to, Andy. Like,
I feel
you
obligated,
could
you know?
not.
What if we started in the middle of like a nice dinner party?
What if we had
No.
a beach episode?
Do
What
I
if
have
we
a-
went? What if we went back to that
Oh,
bar?
Do I have a dinner party map?
Beach
I think I
episode
do.
with Mashoon. What kind of
Mashoon?
parasols Mashoon carrying on the beach? That's the real question here. Vote now.
I don't know. Necromancer ass
Red and
is
white
famously
striped
flat.
or frilly goth. That's
I've
really
got a
those
Raven-
two options.
I've got
He's
Raven
just
Queen
dressed
live.
like Creticus Potts from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang on the beach, just in
Yes.
that like one piece.
Yup.
I got this Raven Queen Library, Shadowfell Castle,
No, fuck off with that.
Undying
Fuck all the
Realm,
way off with that.
Starpole. No beaches available. I'm sorry, I failed y'all.
And then, of course, what happened to the skeleton that he just ripped out of the guard? Right? Is that at the beach too? Sunbathing in the
Yes.
background, perhaps.
just-
Yes.
He's getting
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Bleached.
skeleton. What's skeleton? Skelly Kip over here.
He has
Skelly-
He has to
Skelly
carry it
Kip.
around like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat for the rest of his life. That's what you.
Mhm.
It's actually following him around. It's carrying like the basket and all the beach towels and everything. It's Yep.
A running away map. That's a very good call.
It's playing the Toot Sweet song on its own arm bones.
Just whistling through that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did make life easy for you all. I did add like the mausoleum is still here as well, so you can in fact like roll back into it if you need to, because you're kind of not to scale, right? But you're all clustered right there. So
Just in case.
so let's talk. I'm a little scattered. I think everyone's a little scattered tonight. It's been a hell of an adventure, quite literally in real life, to get here.
It's only
let's-
session 14, Andy.
Oh, I just meant for like us physically to get on stream, and then dealing with all the problems that your DM is causing with these characters, right? Let's go around and do the thing where we actually just introduce ourselves and talk about who the hell we are. Let's do that. And I'll put some music to that because we usually have some music to go with it. So, but yeah, let's start with Bedlam.
Hello, I'm Bedlam. I'm playing Brindle Fallow. Brindle Fallow is a half-elf farmer. He's part of the Farmer Grocers Guild here in the city. He is not used to city life, but he's adapting quickly. And yeah, he may or may not be, involved with some shady parts of his family that he searched out and discovered that they are maybe not the most above board folks, but that's off to the side. Right now, he's just trying to do the day to day, and that includes heisting. And that's where we are.
Hell yeah, Della.
Oh, hi, I'm Della Collins, and today I will be playing B, a completely normal gnomish wizard who's not having any problems whatsoever. My advisor's fine. The person I'm replacing as a TA, I'm sure is fine. She'll be back from her extended sabbatical.
Mhm.
I'm sure that's fine. The Black Staff is not being shady at all, and I'm not deeply concerned about the continued funding for academics in, the city. I am going to be fine. Also, I might get torn apart by a skeleton, which is not my favorite.
That doesn't sound great.
It's not the number one on my list, but it might actually, I might have to bump it up a couple priority levels at this point.
No,
Just for
valid.
immediacy.
I mean, it's one of those things you gotta really deal with the priority in front of you, right? Which is what it is.
Yeah.
JD.
Andy, I don't love that you were taking notes during that.
Oh, I'm noting a specific thing I'll tell you in a second. It's very funny.
I hate that. Anyways, hi, I'm JD. Tonight I'm playing Rev, who is a changeling rogue who has done nothing wrong ever in her life. In any of their lives, in fact. Wish they have several. They might have 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll stop counting how many partners are there for him. And they use all pronouns. And we love that for them. So, yeah, they're not concerned about the skeletons. It's gonna be fine. This night has gone so well.
This night's been a bit of a mess.
So
Julia.
well. We talked to a god under the crypt. I'm getting along with my team. Me and my boyfriend are great. Like, everything's coming up Riv.
Hell yeah.
Sounds fake, but okay. Hi, I'm Julia. I'm completely fine. Don't let this voice fool you. Urgent care said I'm perfectly healthy. I'm just having an allergy attack. Which is bullshit. Fuck the weather. Also, fuck the fact that trees are dying because I'm allergic to detritus more than I'm allergic to pollen. I take this personally. Also, I'm hypothermic. Tonight I'm playing Lavinia Hale. She's fine. We're all fine. Let's just start. Let's just go. I can't do this anymore.
Okay.
Get us out of this mausoleum, god damn it.
Hell yeah. What an intro. Yeah, hey, I'm just running this thing. I don't know. I caused these problems and they got to figure it out. So here we go. I noted that the collector group said some variation of "it's fine" 10 times in their intro cumulatively. So 11 if you count the meme. I just thought that was funny. So when we last left our heisters, they've had a bit of a night, right? To say the least. Where is my... Had a bit of a night to say the least, right? They're doing some research with Volo, going into the city of the dead. Turns out it just started going all sorts of weird and south. They ended up at the Brandath Mausoleum tomb. They ran into Rainier. They found out that Rainier's mother is actually not buried in the tomb, while grave robbers were trying to rob the tomb. And what they did discover in place of Lady Brandath was a yellow orb that apparently is connected to all these other pieces of this moving heist buried in that casket. Then below, in a tunnel that seemed to be purposely dug to get into the mausoleum, they found an old statue of Dumathorn and the strange empty room underneath of it. But just for a split second showed wealth and treasure beyond their wildest dreams until vanishing into thin air, dust, and cobwebs. Players decided, well, it's time to go. They started hearing heavy boot stomps coming from further down the tunnels they hadn't explored yet. Moved back up to the mausoleum, put a coffin over the tunnel that was used to block people coming from up below. But as they did that, a friendly guard who said, hey, an alarm spell went off somewhere in the graveyard because it's down by the warrior's tomb. Probably had nothing to do with you guys at all, but we're just doing checks. We know you're here and doing research. He, of course, was more than helpful to deal with the culprits that tried to ambush the team. And I'll bring the bat back up now. I was, of course, getting ready to help Lavinia with that arrest and detention and escort people out safely when suddenly he was ripped skeleton from body by a dark wizard named Manshun that he was able to identify. And that name resonates briefly with Brindle as well. As Manshun says, I don't really care for this fight, but I want that orb. make a choice. And the team quickly took the advantage of the law, barred themselves in the mausoleum, now looking at men shooting outside, thieves at the underground tunnel who were trying to move that coffin that were in place, trying to get in and trying to figure out how to best resolve, escape, or otherwise fix this scenario. When they cast Ray's telepathic bond earlier, their friend Sergio heard them in trouble and told him he'd be able to help them if they could get to line of sight. He's going to direct them and say, hey, line of sight for this encounter, so you all are tracking, is anywhere on this road. Okay?
We got to get all the way out there?
Mm-hmm. If you can make it to this road, Sergio can have somebody grab you and magically teleport you out of the cemetery.
There's no grid on this map. How far we got to run?
I can tell you. So it is 100 feet, but there are obstacles in terms of gravestones, small mausoleums, little hedgerows and trees that could hinder you or also could be used to hide. The only people that mentioned is
do we have to go in that? Do we have to go in that direction? Because I see some hedge off to the side that might be a little closer, like off to the left there. I guess our character's right. Yeah,
down here.
Yeah, off that way. Does the road curve around? Because
it does not. So I'm as the scenario challenge, I'm calling it down to the south road. Right.
All right. Okay.
But that is not by no means is that your only means of escape. That is just simply where you would need to get to for line of sight to be magically teleported out by Sergio and your support. There's a lot going on. Initiative has been rolled.
Oh, right.
Lavinia, you have the first move.
Lord.
The two thieves that you apprehended did say, we'll go with you. We don't want to stay here, and we will cooperate to get the hell out of here. So they're on board with whatever you tell them to do, since you technically apprehended them. What's the move?
Okay, so Brindle is not visible, correct? Brindle fucked off as far as I can tell.
Brindle has gone invisible, but you know that these windows are too small for someone like of his size to reasonably fit through, right? B, maybe. Brindle, that would be a series of athletics checks, maybe. Okay. The door's still closed, so you can assume he's still somewhere in here with you. But he did disappear, which is something you didn't know he could do.
And back the way we came, there are the other thieves to contend with, and once we get into the tunnel, we'd have to crawl, which is not great for trying to run and escape. That's a bottleneck, so we have to go out. Okay.
B could also use the tunnel, because B can go full speed in that tunnel.
That's true. B can use...
So somebody else could use... Somebody else can use the scroll.
Assuming you don't get caught in the tunnel.
Assuming I don't get caught in the tunnel. Assuming we don't get caught at all, because I could always just die. Like, that's always just an option. Death is always an option. I don't know if you knew that, especially when you're dealing with a necromancer.
Death is only the beginning, literally.
Sounds like less of an option when a necromancer's around. If it's not your friend.
It's a certainty. What happens afterwards becomes a lot more flexible.
Oh, those thieves, by the way, are 100% street orphans that became just plucky thieves. They just need a little bit of redemption.
Oh,
Wait, do I
fucking
know them, Andy?
fine.
Do I recognize them?
Uh,
Oh no.
roll history. I'm reading the chat and now I'm just making shit canon by accident.
That was a natural one.
Never seen these men before in my life.
No, I mean there's a lot of plucky urchins and thieves in Waterdeep, but all right, Lavinia, what do you want to do? You can also pass your turn if you're like waiting to see what develops, or hold an action for something specific.
Yeah, because my vote would be to just, at this point, it would be for B to take the stone and just get out whichever way she can, and then the rest of us just kind of scatter, because scattering is a better option than just being stuck in one spot.
Yeah.
But I forget where in the initiative B goes because it's been 2 weeks.
It's if you click on the sword, the cross swords on Owlbear, B is third.
Okay.
So there's you, Brindle, then B.
Okay.
I think Rainier rolled a 3 for that one. That's pretty bad.
What the fuck, Rainier?
They can't all be winners.
Yeah, he's tired.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a long emotional night of mourning his mother and then finding out she's not in her tomb.
Yep. And then kicking the shit out of 2 thieves.
All right, I think what I will do is I will. Okay, I'm gonna hold an action. If that door opens, I'm gonna smack him with guiding bolt. If that door opens from the outside, but I'm gonna hold until after B.
Okay, so you're holding your
Goes.
action. If for some reason the door opens, you're gonna just blast the first enemy you see with guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Got it.
The first bitch who I see gets it right in the face.
Easy enough. Brindle, you see Lavinia just kind of like getting set by the other side of the door for a good angle once that door opens, and just starts channeling some divine light. Radiant light, I guess would be.
Okay.
Brindle, you've gone invisible.
Right. I have. And it looks like people are... Lavinia is planning to make kind of a stand. Where did our conversation leave off last time with who was going to use the scrolls to get out? Because I know
it was supposed to be you.
among 4, right? So now that frees up a slot for somebody else to use one of the scrolls to be able to get out. But I don't know what to do with who was going to do that, because we're kind of trying to keep an eye on the Plague Doctor and his friend, right? And then we've got Rainier, we've got Silas, we've got Volo. We got so many people to try and get out of here. This is rough. I think right now, Brindle did what he could to try and free up one of those slots for somebody else. So I think what he's going to do right now is leave the room. He's going to leave the mausoleum. He's going to go right through the wall. And this will be... Nobody's going to see this.
Yeah! Hell yeah, let's do this.
Nobody's...
What kind of bullshit?
Complete
Second
yes.
level, right? Did I fuck up? And
We're
not...
third level.
We're
Third level.
Third
But
level.
this is the thing he can do.
I'm third
Hell
level
yeah.
too. Damn.
This is something that Brindle recently discovered that he can do. This is wild. It turns out he can just kind of phase through things. And he's going to do that while invisible, because why not? And he's going to try and go... How far can I go with... Let's see here. It would be... is it dash? that I can add that to?
Yeah, if you bonus action, every movement interval is 30 feet. So if you move, you can go 30. If you dash, you can go an additional 30. If you use your action to also run, you can go an additional 30. So you can go 90 feet theoretically.
Yep. Okay. I was just making sure that so this is my dash action, and during the dash action is when I can phase. So it's sort of like while running, I can just go right through something.
Okay.
So that means I can go up to like effectively 90 feet, right? If I do 2 movements and a dash. Is that
I'm
right?
going to say yes, but let me look at that real quick.
Yeah.
But where do you want to go? Say rogue.
So when oh my gosh, what's our heisting guy?
Sergio?
Sergio, yeah, thank you. What did he say he was going to do? That was just line of sight to get us out of there, or to provide some kind of other support?
He can get you out. He said specifically, like, he has at a way to magically teleport you out of here.
That's right. Okay. So I'm not gonna just rush down there and leave. That'd be cruel and unusual. But I am gonna position myself better. I think what I'm gonna do is move, and if I can do this, let me measure the. Let me measure. Okay, I can't. Can I make it through that hedge without needing to phase through it, or is that some kind of an obstacle that I would need to go around? So I cannot dash through both, but I can make it all just about to the hedge.
I'll give you let's call it athletics check. Down real close, so I'll say DC 20, you can make it through the hedge. Otherwise, you'll have to stop short.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that. Ideally, what I'm going to try and do is get over that hedge and then probably end up, say, right around here-ish. Behind this, there's another small mausoleum that provides some good cover. And as a rogue, if I need to attack, attacking from behind is the best way to attack. So
good stuff.
I'm going to position myself down there. Do we still have our comms, our telepathy comms still up? They should be, right? Okay, yes. Very cool. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a movement for my dash to here. That was about 30-ish, right?
Yep. Just run straight through the wall.
Boom. Right
What does
through the
that
wall.
feel like for the first time you like truly run through this wall?
I think there's some fear involved. This is my first time really like trying this out. Maybe we'll do a little scene at some point about how Brindle discovered this, but he's never tried to go like fully through a wall before. But considering
like the pinky or hand maybe, but like the run full force is definitely new, I think.
Yeah. What's going to be on the other side? How's this going to feel? I think it's cold. I think there's like it might be just from the fear of what might happen, but I think it's very cold and kind of a weird slidey feeling. It's hard to describe.
And immediately
it just goes right through and then ends up.
Cool night air is immediately on your skin, and then bam, you're by the head
rush.
Yep.
Brindle's ecstatic that worked out well and he's not dead or caught in the middle of something. And okay, so he does not clear a DC 20 to get through the hedge.
Okay, that is fine.
So I think he comes out of this still a little like shocked that it worked. Goes to leap like through or over a hedge or maybe roll under it or something. Actually, he'd try to roll under it if there's not like too many roots and stuff in the way, and then just like kind of like falls into it. And it's like, but he tries to stay quiet. I try to stay as quiet as possible because nobody noticed this happening and doesn't want to make too much of a noise.
All right,
I think then if I fail the DC, can I go off to Brindle's right?
Yes, you can keep moving. So failed DC would mean like any movement over the hedge now is half movement. That's all.
Oh,
Right.
That's actually
So
fine.
You could like crawl
okay.
underneath of it or like scramble up, but like the success would have been that you
Yeah.
parkoured that thing.
Nice.
you
Okay,
still have
so
movement
he's gonna like he's on the ground now. He kind of like, well, that didn't work. So he's gonna like slowly crawl through to the other side, and then make it to. I think I can still with my third movement make it to the behind the mausoleum pretty easily. Then this half movement will bring me there, and then yeah,
absolutely.
Very cool.
And then let me just roll a quick. Nope.
So I think at that point, Brindle would just let everybody know in the party, like, okay, I'm outside, I'm fine.
Oh my god.
You all hear that?
Oh my god. B says that out loud.
I'd like to peek around the little mausoleum where I am, and kind of like give that visual of what I can see to like over the telepathic thing, and just like, whoop, here's a little glimpse of what I can see right now.
You can see two skeletons like shambling up. You can see Manshun is actually like working his way slowly over to another grave, with like just no real haste at all, and is like starting to move his hand in a way that like you can see the earth and the dirt starting to like churn it and like move as another skeleton is being like pulled up out of the ground. It's like enough skeletons to eventually solve this problem. You know, that's what you see.
These are just normal things at grocer. We in the grocers guild, like this is just normal stuff for us. Like, you know,
Lavinia
you would not
starts to
believe the
be
scenarios that we need to deal with.
She's just cussing you out in Elvish. It's just all you hear up there.
And of course Brindle understands all of it and is like, it's okay, it'll be okay. It'll be all right.
The Brindle's turn is complete. B, you know that Brindle's outside and you get that quick visual flash of what's going on outside. So the rest of you, although when B you say, oh, what the hell, like Rainier and Vola are like, what's going on? Because they don't know.
Brindle has done something terribly clever.
Oh, good. Hopefully he can get us out of here.
Well, Andy, I got a question.
Yeah.
So here's the deal with Dimension Door. I can take one creature my size or smaller. This is talking about size category, correct? I am a medium creature.
You can take a medium humanoid with you. I'm not going to get so pedantic that you can't do that.
Good.
I would be a dick
consider that.
enough. I would be shitty enough to be like, you can't take a large creature, but
no, that's fine. That's spell as written. Unfortunately, it's also only 500 feet.
Oh,
that is more than enough distance to solve your problem right now.
It's more than enough distance to solve my problem right now. But what I wanted to do was get to the tower.
That will not get you that close that quickly.
And, yeah, no.
But it'll get you close enough to like the road and other water deep support that you can get there rather quickly afterwards.
Yeah. So let's see how.
Right. So you're going to cast Dimension Door. Who do you want to take with you?
Well,
and keep in mind, once you say I'm taking this person, like I'm going to hold you to that once you roll. So they're going to go with you.
Okay.
I'm picturing that when B casts Dimension Door, it is gnome size, so that whoever's with her has to get down on their hands and knees and like crawl through it.
Just get sucked through, just like
give me a push, and shoving someone's feet through. Like, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to drag. I'm debating between Rainier and the Plague Doctor. Primarily, the only reason I'm not thinking Silas is that Silas needs to be there to cast the other Dimension Door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If it's going to
we're putting
work.
this on him.
Yeah, we are.
He's the other wizard. It makes sense.
Hell yeah.
He's the other wizard. It makes sense. So B would hand him the other scroll.
Would B be able to control the Plague Doctor once on the other side? Like if the Plague Doctor goes with you, what's to stop him from just bailing? Is he tied up right now?
I was gonna say he's bound and
he's bound
been.
and I believe he's unconscious still.
No, they're conscious at this point, but they have their hands bound in rope, and they've said they'll go with you. They don't want to deal whatever that is. They don't want it.
This will be a life debt situation.
Now that doesn't mean that they may not try to run if given the chance, but you're a lot safer than whatever the hell's happening outside right now.
Yeah. So what do we think? Or does somebody else? Do one of y'all want to come with me? None of y'all want to come with me. Okay. So I'm gonna go with either. What do we think? Do we think Rainier or Plague Doctor? Plague Doctor is dead weight on you guys. Rainier can fight. Rainier will die. You cannot fight Marshoom.
Yeah.
Manchun. That ain't happening. Mushroom. You're not.
There's no plan to. So here's the thing. There's no plan to fight them beyond if they get right up in my face, smacking them.
Okay.
So it's leave those who can run. Silas, I don't have faith in. He should leave.
Okay.
The Plague Doctor, we need to question him. If he dies, we lose a lot of potential information. He should leave.
Mm-hmm.
So the question really comes down to Volo or Rainier. Who do we think has a better chance of running?
Probably Rainier.
For the sake of the urgency of the situation, I'm going to start pushing you all to make decisions faster.
I was going to say,
Because this
Silas,
is a
Silas should take
very
Volo.
urgent situation.
Silas should take Volo. I'll take Plague Doctor. Yeah, so Plague Doctor.
Okay.
Saddle up, Buttercup, and I'm casting my spell.
Okay, cool. I need you to roll a DC 14 Arcana check.
All right. I have a plus
successfully
6.
cast Dimension Door.
Please use an advantage.
If you do not successfully hit a 14, the scroll does fizzle and disintegrate. If you hit a nat 1, we're going to deal with what happens there.
I am using an advantage. All right. Come on. Work with me here. Roll. Come on. Do the damn thing.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, that's a 4.
That's a
I thought
4.
That was going to be a
that
20.
is a failure.
Okay, it's a good thing I used that advantage. I did declare that beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 19.
That is a success. Okay, good stuff.
So that is a 25.
Yes.
So,
as a last minute adjustment, as you were reading this Dimension Door scroll, you realize that you just straight up mispronounced one of the words, and the like arcane runes on this scroll start to turn the wrong color, and you just quick recover and manage to get the incantation right. It lights up for the two of you. You grab him, and it's like, hey, you're going with me. And then the two of you vanish in a puff of just burnt ash from the scroll.
And I want to get to our potential pickup point.
You can go much further than that if you want to. I will declare that if you can use this to leave the area and start doing other actions outside. You can also go down.
I would like to leave the area to start to do other actions outside. I want to call reinforcements.
Gotcha. This bamfs you. I'm gonna put you far west towards where you came in, towards the gates between the City of the Dead and like the rest of the trade ward.
Okay, cool.
So you would bamf out like kind of onto the streets outside of the cemetery. And you'd see like, yeah. And now you see like normal traffic. It's dark, it's late, it's still dark, but there's still people moving around. There's a couple guards near the guard post. And everyone just kind of looks at you as you bamf in. And
B is going to grab someone and like try to haul them down to her level. And just say, Manchun is by the Neverember family mausoleum. Not the Neverember family. Which is the family?
Brandeth.
Brandeth.
Knowledge history check.
there's a necromancer. Like she will clarify, a necromancer.
That clicks for them. And one of the guards is like, okay, and they start ringing a bell and they start to move. Very cool. They know the necromancer in the City of the Dead is bad. Plague Doctor out. B out to safety. We'll deal with you in a moment.
I will be muttering various state threats and in Sylvan at the at my Kenku friend here, assuming that I don't know if that's a language that he speaks, but I figure it's the most likely of the languages I speak for him to also speak.
See, Manchun has, on his turn, turns, and you see another skeleton pop out of the ground. Out of this grave right here. And starts, oh. Hilarious.
Did roll a nat one immediately.
Nat one for initiative. But it rises, and he just looks at the skeleton and says, break down that door and kill everyone inside.
Why's it got so many hands?
It reaches a note to the grave next to it, just pulls out another set of arms.
Why's it got so many hands?
It has too many hands and not enough clavicles.
There's a lot going on with these skeletons. And then he's going to turn around and quicken. He's gonna quicken cast a spell. He takes. Where is it? He pulls out a Brindle. You see this, like a small looking, looks like almost an egg, and he holds it up in his hand and he just crushes it. And as he just lets the dry shell go down, the shell pieces start to form up into a massive, clenched, floating fist. It is huge. It is like the size of probably a large creature, right? 10, 12 feet, both in like width and height. And he points that fist at the door, and it just clenches and smashes once into the front of the mausoleum.
I will relay exactly what it is that I just saw that just slammed into the door to everybody inside, so that they know what just caused that crashing.
Anybody like to make an Arcana check?
I can make an Arcana. Can I make an Arcana check?
Yep. You can still hear the telepathy. Excuse me.
I have the telepathy.
I mean, I'll try to roll for an Arcana check. You never know. Maybe Brindle is
second four.
part of one of these.
What in the Sam Hill?
If you roll again and you get a 19, then I suspect something is up.
Yeah.
I suspect something is up.
Okay.
I don't know. It could happen, but
You just rolled a 19 after she rolled a 4. That's what I'm talking about, though.
I know.
Albert's
I
doing
get
some
it.
weird shit.
Could be. But that would be a straight up 19. I don't have any Arcana. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Seems to be all right. Just need to work something out. Okay.
It's a 19.
Straight up 19, no modifier. Yep.
Weird that you would know this, but there's versions of Mage Hand. You probably have heard Silas talking about this at some point with his Mage Hand research. Bigger versions called Bigby's Hand, which is basically just massive. You can see on the map now. You just summon an appendage to like protect you, attack people, carry stuff for you, do all sorts of things. But this one is strong and fast, as opposed to Mage Hand tends to be for small tweaks. This is dangerous. But it's going to crash into the front door and try and break it down. The mausoleum door has a DC 25 to break this thing down at the moment because it is structurally sound. This thing has a +8 to its attack. Here we go. One successful hit, unless it's a nat 20, will not break this thing open. We'll get close though. Okay. That's a 23. The door rattles in its frame. Dust and like debris fall off this thing. You see parts of the actual stonework crack around it as this fist slams into the mausoleum, damaging the integrity of this door, but it holds fast. And that is his turn.
I guess with that, I will relay kind of what little bit that I know about these things and just tell people, like, if whoever's left in there, you really got to get out quickly. This thing is going to make it through that door for sure.
The DC to break this door open is now 22. Advar is next.
Advar's still here?
Do you want Advar to stick around and disappear?
No, I just forgot that he was still here.
I am with you until the end, Lavinia. Unless you tell me otherwise, then I'll gladly leave right now. I think I broke her. What would you like Advar to do?
I don't know. I don't think Advar is capable of blowing a hole in the wall so we have another exit, so...
No, Advar at this point could basically, like, help you attack with his tusks and provide distraction or bamf away.
I was gonna say, he's just real good at the stompies at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he wants to stick around and be a distraction once we do open the doors and run, he can. Because I know if he bamfs out, he can always bamf back, but...
Okay. Advar will stay and actually, like, come up next to you and posture up in a, like, charging position, scrape one foot on the ground, like, kind of run a tusk along a stone to, like, sharpen it up a bit, and like, I'm ready. When that door opens, they'll face my full wrath.
He's so brave. He doesn't even come up to my knee.
He could fit in this little hat.
He's so small.
Silas is going to cast Dimension Door. Get the hell out of here.
Don't embarrass us, Silas. I swear to God.
Silas has the same casting stats as B, which is +3 intelligence, +2 proficiency for a DC 14.
Excuse me. I have +4 intelligence.
What? Is your intelligence an 18 or is it a...
Yes, it's an 18.
Oh. Hey, he has a slightly lower stat than B.
Yeah, that's why he hates me.
Don't fuck this up.
Okay.
He hates me, but he ain't me.
He has a +3 to his intelligence and a +2 to his proficiency for this. Who is Silas taking?
Volo.
Silas taking Volo. Okay. Silas looks around and says, I'm going to run for help. Volo, come with me. And reaches out, grabs Volo with one hand, holds the scroll with the other hand, and is going to cast. This is +5 for a DC 14. Here we go.
If you roll a 4.
That is a 13. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is a fail. I'm going to burn... Could you give him one of your advantage points, I assume?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to roll again. Unless someone else would like to roll this for him. Okay, I'm going to roll it for him. Here we go.
No, we want to be able to blame you, Gio.
That's a 3.
Son.
There's no one to blame but Albert.
This just got Interesting.
Okay.
This might have turned into a fight.
We can't fight him.
Here we go. Silas goes to cast Mage Hand. As he is casting it, sorry, not Mage Hand. He's casting Dimension Door. As he is casting the spell, Bigby's hand smashes again into the mausoleum, further damaging the foundation and causing just people to lose their footing and debris to fly everywhere. One of the pieces of debris just cuts through the scroll and just fizzles the potential arcane power there. And the scroll will just disintegrate to ash. And Silas and Volo blink for a second, but remain. Okay.
All right, then I guess we're all running.
Here we go. That was clean. I rolled that shit now, Bear.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Skeleton is going to run up and is going to try to smash down the door. You hear a pound on the door. Not nearly as loud as Bigby's hand, but it starts slamming against the door frame. Is not able to get in. But you can see the frame is still starting to crumble now. And the integrity is weakening quickly. Volo. We're going to look at Silas and Rainier and say, he's going to say out loud, I can make two people invisible. No fanfare, no shenanigans. I can make two of you invisible and we can run for it. Who wants it? Riv, Lavinia, Rainier, Silas.
Lavinia's not going to take it, so.
Yeah.
Riv won't take it? Okay. Silas will take it.
Someone should cut that other man loose.
Volo nods, takes a dagger, cuts the other plague doctor thief loose, and says, "Good luck. You're on your own." Volo disappears. Silas disappears. You can still hear them inside the mausoleum, but they have gone invisible. Plague Doctor moves up with you, Lavinia, and says, "Okay, when that door opens, I'm making a run for it."
Everyone, when that door opens, make a run for it. Don't even try.
Okay. Next skeleton, and move up. This hand is technically ethereal if it wants to be. And we'll smash at the door. For a 16. Still not breaking the door open, but again, more damage. You can see now the frame is starting to bend and warp inward. They're trying to pry their arms around parts of the door where they've managed to separate the frame from the actual hinge area, but still can't quite get in. Riv.
Okay. I've been debating two courses of action, and I think this is the one that Riv is going to take. They are going to try potentially to buy us a little bit of time. And so
Okay.
they are going to raise their voice and say, "Are you all fucking crazy? Let's just give him what he wants." And they're going to grab a piece of debris, throw it through the grate of the door, and use minor illusion to make it look like the stone.
Okay. Hell yeah. There's a pause. And I need to clarify if it's an action or bonus action. This will buy you a little bit of time. Okay, it's an action. So there was a pause. Brindle, you see Manchun just kind of like hold up his hand in like a whole gesture. And you see Bigby's hand just float there. The two skeletons just kind of stop. And he turns in the direction of the stone and just starts casually walking towards it. But it will take him his action to actually examine it, which is good. Skeleton 1 does move a little closer, but won't actually go up and bang on the door. Rainier moves up with Lavinia and is ready to fight if need be. Last skeleton just moves a little closer to Manchun. Lavinia, there's a bit of silence as what's happening in time is that Manchun is slowly walking towards that lit up yellow piece of debris. It will cost him his turn to examine it. But it seems like the onslaught has stopped for a very, very brief couple of seconds. I will say, Riv, this may not work twice. But I'll say it's, somewhere over here he's going to walk to and take a look at. But, Lavinia, it's your move. The door is just like warped and fucked up. It is now a DC 18 strength check to break this door open from a 25 from the damage that it's taken. Give you an idea of where you're at.
Well, they're not going to need to do that because we're coming out.
Okay, hell yeah. Please remember, any attack while invisible makes you no longer invisible. I won't count the door as an attack. I'll count other offensive actions as an attack.
Well, I mean, I'm visible. I'm not invisible.
For anybody that is.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, is mostly the NPCs.
So it's just going to be, I don't know, I guess... Is kicking open the door in action? What am I going to do?
Technically, it is an object interact, which is free.
Cool.
If you were trying to break it down, it would be an action, but the lock's on your side.
Yeah. Okay, because we have communicated to everyone that doors open, get to the road, try to avoid fighting if we can. That's been communicated. Yep. At this point, I gotta trust that everyone's gonna be an adult about this.
Okay.
So I guess I'm gonna pull open the door and try to run. I guess, is there... what do I gotta do to try to avoid these motherfuckers? That's the real question.
You have two options here.
Mm-hmm.
Option 1 is you can choose to disengage. It takes your action. You'll be able to move 30 feet, but it won't provoke attacks of opportunity. So you can move through them effectively and get to someplace safe. Move through them to about 30 feet. Trouble is, that's going to be a majority of your movement, and then stop there. The other option is you can just haul ass and run for it and try to get a little further. Right. If you disengage, they don't get attacks of opportunity. Good stuff redeemed.
Yeah, I was going to make note of that, Andy. Make
good
note
stuff.
that we have good stuff.
Good stuff. Fucking good stuff. Good stuff. Good. Hey, oh, fascinating. Yeah, hey, narrate your push to the door, and I'll let you know something, and you can make a decision from there.
Okay, so I can hear them on the other side of the door.
Yeah, they're
I can
slamming
partially.
this.
I can kind of see them a little bit through the broken parts of the door. I think Lavinia is going to kick it with
Okay.
the active hope of trying to at least kick the door into one of the skeletons. They don't have any like goo holding them together, really. I feel like one good rattle could just shake one of them apart at the bare minimum.
That is the good stuff. So you kick this door, it is already like busted and fucked up enough that this heavy iron mausoleum door just fully slams on top of Skeleton 2 and just crushes it. You can hear the rattling of steel and bone against steel beneath it as it's trying to scramble, still animated and trying to fulfill its purpose, but it is pinned by this door, and you have a clear line to kind of run through. Good stuff indeed.
All right. So with this clear door, I'm a go. I'm a run.
Okay. Are you taking your action to disengage, or
Yeah,
are
just
you
fucking
running?
grip it, baby.
I think
Slop that down, dude.
I will.
Yeah, dude, crack one for the big boy.
Good stuff with that. Good stuff.
Yeah, I think
Good
I
timing.
will risk the attack of opportunity to get a little bit farther than the 30 feet.
Oh yeah, Skelly Kip is going to swing. Luckily, he can only make one attack of opportunity. He only has one reaction, so your teammates will have
The
a little
rest
more.
of y'all are fine.
Yep, he swings at a +4. Let's go. That's a nat 20, baby.
Fuck you. Fuck you. It's fine.
Oh no. Oh fuck. Okay.
Hit me. Do it.
All right. Double dice. If you don't go down, you keep moving. Right. He doesn't have anything that stops you from moving. But you do take a deep slice from this improvised and broken sword that he just dragged out of his grave for 2d6 plus 2, which is a total of 8 damage. Does that put you down?
Up, bitch.
Okay. You are slashed brutally across like the lower back as you run by Skelly Kip.
I've got 13 hit points left.
But you manage to stagger and keep going. And you're able to avoid Skeleton 1 with your movement.
So that puts me at the
Damn.
yonder.
I wish I could show
Actually-
the dice on the screen. That's makes me sad that I can't.
Actually, do I have to run in this direction or can I run in the other direction?
You want to run north?
I want to run this way.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I don't want to be near that hand.
So you took your movement to run. That is 30 feet. You have another 30 feet you can go.
Okay.
As your actual action,
And then
which is nice.
where's the ruler? Okay. So I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
So brant.
Cool. Making a run for it and getting pretty far. Good stuff.
Ugh.
A little hurt though, but otherwise you're out.
It's fine. I've bled on the floor of this city before.
Brindle, you see the door explode open, one of the skeletons crushed underneath. Lavinia just running forward, taking just a wicked cut and still managing to like sprint limp her way over to the hedges and disappear out of sight. But it looks like everyone else is in like freeze frame of trying to pile out. Some are just weird shimmers of light. Some are actual people. What do you do?
Shit.
Don't do that.
That would help, actually.
Things are not going well. I'm behind this little mausoleum. Can I read the family name of this mausoleum?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the question I ask you, what do you want to do with this information? You can absolutely read it.
Oh, you'll see.
Yes. Let me get you the family name real quick. Hold on. This is the Spenner, Spenner mausoleum.
Spenner.
Mm-hmm.
So Brindle glances up. He sees the Spenner name on the backside of this mausoleum, and he decides he needs to do something about this Manchun. So he's going to start roguing, and by that I mean I'm still invisible. I want to use my initial move action, which should be well within 30, to get behind Manchun here, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, no. This is going to be, just watch. This is going to be awesome. And I'm going to do, what is it? An attack of opportunity? Is that what I got here? Or,
this would straight up be a sneak attack. Yeah.
Sorry, sneak attack. Right. With my short sword, I'm going to do a sneak attack on Manchun.
Okay.
The real Manchun. Absolutely the real Manchun.
Okay.
While yelling out, how dare you violate the domain of the Spenner family? You'll see where this goes in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has an
Yeah,
AC of
sure
19
will.
currently. Please go ahead and roll your sneak attack.
All right.
Oh God.
I'm gonna give you I please take advantage. Please,
Oh,
we have
okay,
advantage
okay.
to take. Take it.
Yeah. I'll take advantage.
Yeah,
Let
no.
me do my 2 rolls here.
Yeah.
All right. 14, and then this is with a, what do I add to that? That's for Dex. That's my Dex modifier. No.
Dex modifier
right?
plus proficiency. So somewhere in the realm of +2 for proficiency and +3 or 4 for your Dex modifier.
Proficiency. Yeah. Okay, so +5. So that is 19.
That hits.
Hey. Right.
He is surprised by this.
Roll the next one to see if you crit. Because critting on a sneak attack is fucking sick.
That's true. You do have advantage if you want to continue to.
Oh, those were my 2 rolls. I did an 11 and then a 14. Those are my 2
Okay.
rolls.
Okay,
Gotcha.
Yep.
Sorry.
He is surprised. Which means he cannot take a reaction against you because he did not know you were there.
Yes.
Which is
I am coming
very
out of
important.
invisibility. Yes, very important.
You are no longer invisible. You have managed to sneak attack him. Please roll damage.
Yes. And that is 3d6 plus 3 for the short sword. Is that correct?
2d6 plus 26 short sword. Yep. 3d6 plus 3.
How do I, let's see here. In Owlbear, how do I just add number of dice? There it
Just
is.
click on the die
Okay.
repeatedly. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
6. And then I think I do a +3. I have
So
an
not-
attack bonus of +5 though. Does that go to the damage or is that just? Oh no, that we calculated that already. Never mind. We did that manually. Okay. Yep.
So
Just 9 damage on Manchun.
I will roll concentration on him because he did take a hit.
Yeah.
He does have advantage on concentration.
Okay.
Okay. He maintains concentration.
No, that's really what I
but
wanted was
for
for
a
him to
second-
drop concentration.
Bigby's hand does flicker, and he gets hit. His cloak actually moves around him, and his staff, he actually lets go of it, and that circles around him as well. And they start reacting as if they are animate objects of their own to your presence, as well as him moving as a third entity in this equation as you stab him. Now he is very aware that you are there. Please
Yes.
continue.
And then for the third action, I will. Oh, I may have miscalculated, but that's okay. So disengaging is different from the dash action, right?
So
Or
bonus
can I-
action for you can be dash, disengage, or hide. Right.
Right, but it's an or. Okay.
Correct.
Well, dang.
Now, if you have
That's
an action left, you could like bonus action dash action disengage. Like you can do shit like that, but you just have I think your bonus action left right now.
I just have my what's it called, the bonus one remaining, or whatever it is. So because I moved, I attacked, but I can't dash unless they take a strike of opportunity, right?
He is surprised. So at this moment, he cannot take a reaction against you.
Oh, so I can just dash away with no
fucking run.
repercussion.
Mhm.
Great. Okay, perfect. Then I did not mess up. Everything's great. I'm awesome. So we go through. so Brindle will then yell at Manchun, Get off the grounds of the Spenner family. And then Dash and Phase looks like up the steps and into the mausoleum, but he actually goes through it and back to where he was on the other side, because that's within the 30 feet.
Okay.
So I want to make it look like he phased back into the mausoleum where he came from.
Like a ghost. Or
Like
protective spirit.
Yes.
I like it. How many times can you phase?
I think it's actually any time that I dash. Starting at 3rd level, when you use the bonus action granted by your cunning action to take the dash action, you phase until the start of your next turn. When you do so, you become semi-transparent. You can move through non-magical difficult terrain without expending any additional movement. You can move through non-magical objects and creatures. If you end your turn inside of an object or a creature, you're immediately shunted to the nearest unoccupied space that you can occupy and take force damage equal to the number of feet you removed, which would be very bad. Any items you're carrying, holding, or wearing phase with you. However, if you fire a projectile, such as an arrow, it will not phase with you, unlike melee weapons, because it leaves your person. In addition, you do not take fall damage while phased. But if I'm shunted out, that would be very bad.
Okay. Hey. Nifty. All right. I like it.
Do I see this?
I think roll perception, because you're in a weird.
How
You're
high
in a
is this
weird ass
hedge?
angle.
I'll roll perception. How high? I mean, I hear him. I know I hear
You definitely
him.
hear Brindle. Roll perception.
Yeah, I'm like
just to see.
yelling about the Spenner family for some reason. Like,
There's like a hole in the hedge or something.
Perception. That's a 15.
I think you catch part of this. Like, you definitely see like Brindle stab the shit out of Manshoon and then run like what you think looks like past or through this building. You're not sure. That part's a little weird, but
so you see a semi-transparent Brindle kind of pop out the backside of the mausoleum from your point of view, like, right?
I learned all sorts of new stuff about Brindle tonight. B, do me a favor. On a D20, I want you to roll. You're looking to get an 18 or higher. This is the speed of response from the guards. As you have alerted them, as they are trying to now, like, Necromancer in the graveyard. Yup, they are responding. But keep in mind, each round is 6 seconds. So how quickly they respond. Roll some dice.
Okay.
Then I'll ask you what you also want to do during your turn. But
No.
they are responding whether or not you.
Oh, well, the D20. I accidentally rolled a bunch of D12s, so the D20 was a nat 20.
And I will give that one to you, but that because they were all.
I tried to not, but I accidentally did the thing when I tried to make them go away. It rolled it instead.
Oh, jeez, that's hilarious.
I'm not very smart, but that is a natural 20.
Yep. I'm going to borrow a couple people at the moment. The tokens may be off slightly, but don't worry about it.
One of the things I would have told them about, like, fully unsleeving that guard. Like, so they're gonna want to send, like, either people who can't be, like, forcibly degloved or people who are magic. Well,
I'm liking this word deglove.
Unjacketed. Like
listen,
a potato.
They have set the best people they can find in about 7.5 seconds.
You know, that's good.
Which, hell yeah.
I feel insane.
This is a ridiculous fight. But they're in the fight now. So. All right. So B, you still have an action, though, because that's them just moving around.
I do have an action. I am going to...
You basically I picture you kind of like by a guard checkpoint at the gate of the City of the Dead on the main like thoroughfare to Trade Street, kind of in like a quieter part of town with like flickering street lights, and it's just you and this plague doctor, this Kenku, just kind of staring at each other. And now the guards have run off, and it's like, so what happens now?
Um. Let me see. Can Sergio get us out from here, or am I to back out again of
You
his
can
line
you
of
can
sight?
absolutely leave from there. The line of sight starts south of the mausoleum. He has way more visibility where you are.
Okay.
Do you want him to take you someplace safe?
Ye- I've got the thing. I've got the with me.
Mhm.
I think B wants to go back there and help, but I think B is also just like, I can't leave this thing. I can't let this thing get away. So she is going to uh she is going to do the smart thing that looks extremely cowardly and is
Okay.
going to get the item to safety.
As
Della Collins hates this so
as this is
much.
determined, Sergio's going to ask, "Are you bringing your Kenku friend?"
Not a friend, but we need his information.
Understood and done. And then the two of you vanish from the street corner. You can continue to take actions. I will describe where you are when you land with Sergio. You'll see a little more things going on.
Oh, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still cast spells through my familiar? That's
Your
over
familiar
there?
is still there, yeah.
My familiar's still there?
Well, you have to be within there's a range of distance. I
Oh,
think it's
there.
like 60 feet.
Let me look that up.
But if you can, yes. Otherwise, your familiar is still there doing stuff.
Okay. Fortunately,
Man,
search is down on the 5e wiki. But yeah, I
man,
think at the moment there's not a whole lot else B can do other than offer moral support through the thing. And so everybody gets the message that B is safe. The the baguette of snark is safe. And thus far not saying anything to her, which is a-okay in her book. But you guys get that download. And otherwise, unless I can figure out something else I can do,
We just gotta run.
you guys just gotta run.
We just gotta move our little feeties.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
what spell can I cast with this?
No.
No.
Don't. You could not.
Don't.
I could not. You're right.
Who's? They're coming for you, Andy.
Those are the guards.
Arr.
Mention's gonna move. Mention's mad. He's gone from going to look at that potential peace offering rock to who the hell just stabbed him?
Clearly
He's-
a ghost in the mausoleum. Brindle didn't actually say that. He's not making any noise.
I'm gonna roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, I'm going to do something ridiculous. On a 10 or lower, I'll do something more sane.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh,
That's an
man.
11. I'm doing something
Fuck.
ridiculous.
Ah.
All right.
I think you should
He-
bring Bigby's hand open to open this mausoleum clearly. Like
Bigby's hand is currently occupied. He simply walks away from the mausoleum. His little skeleton moves a little further away. And he's going to cast Fireball on the mausoleum. He is just going to blow this thing apart.
I'm sure it's fine.
He
These
says-
are made of stone or something, right? How bad could Fireball be?
You've been set on fire once tonight already.
He looks at this and he says, I have no patience for this. And everything in your life just fills with white hot.
I was really hoping for the sane option as a necromancer to try and do something against an apparition. This is gonna suck.
I can't believe you.
You can make the save at advantage. This is super important because
Okay.
you have cover, so you also
Yes.
automatically take half damage to begin with, and you can make the save at advantage. But he is going to just blow this mausoleum apart because it is very hard to seize control of sentient ghosts. But
Okay, so can I do a dex saving throw to try and dodge out of the way?
yes, it is a dexterity saving throw at advantage. It is DC. Great. 19.
All right. Okay.
No.
At best, that was a 11.
No.
Oh man,
All
this is
right.
gonna go poorly.
You're gonna be set on fire twice in one night.
No, I mean, maybe
With your
once he-
Six.
Owlbear is not with me tonight.
It really isn't. Oh, you know what you should do? Try rolling like 5d12s along with your d20. That really works for me.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Andy.
that's
You take 7
does-
points
how
of
does-
fire damage.
Did you say 7?
7.
well, that's just one more, actually two more than I can handle. So,
Okay.
so Brindle once again takes fire damage. What is it with-
Unconscious and on fire.
What is it? I can say Brindle tried to dive out of the way and maybe made it a little far, right? But
Brindle got some
oh,
distance.
man.
You were behind cover, and you had multiple things between you and this fireball. So you did not take the full impact of this thing, but even just at a glancing blow, like it was enough to
Being behind the mausoleum and
kind of
oh
KO
my
you for a
gosh.
second.
Only taking 7 damage from a fireball is still pretty good. It's
full damage is
too bad it's
28.
not enough.
Yeah, luckily he wasn't actually aiming at it like he was aiming at the mausoleum, right? So yeah, I think Brindle tried to go for the dive. Again, takes a bunch of fire damage and then rolls and then like price slams into one of these headstones right here and is now unconscious. So
now we gotta
extremely
drag your
crispy.
body. Now we gotta drag your body to the road while we run.
Look, this is what I get for trying to interrupt the concentration of this necromancer that is kicking everybody's ass. Oh man,
That was a hell of a move because if you got rid of Bigby's hand, that would have been very helpful. So
I'm just standing
You're
by
not
this
wrong.
bush watching this happen, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
You know, last time Brindle just didn't have the ability to extract himself from the fight. This time he's like, oh yeah, I can just dash away. This will be great. So things are not coming up, Brindle.
Bigby's hand is actually going to grapple Rainier. Okay.
Don't do it.
It rolls in that one.
Okay.
It tries to grab Rainier. Rainier actually just rushes into it and holds the hand open and is able to like push it back slightly to keep it from actually grabbing anybody else. But that is its action. Yeah, damn. That's good at least. Advar is going to attack the skeleton. And we'll hit, actually. For 4 points of damage.
He's so small and full of rage.
Now, to death! Ah! Beep. But is able to successfully make that hit. Silas is going to run. Is invisible. 30 feet. He's going to run 30. Sees where Manshun is and is going to go towards the guards. 30. And he's going to... He doesn't have a bonus action dash. So he's going to start like running towards the guard area to get away from this. Skelly Kip bursts into the mausoleum and starts swinging at the plague doctor. Does not hit. It's actually unsuccessful there. Bolo is going to run as well. Invisible takes off the other direction, down towards you, and begins to crawl under the hedge, kind of following the same path as Brindle, and gets to.
It looks like somebody has already crawled through here.
Kind of back here. Yeah, it's like sees that happen, like crawls through and then like crawls behind some other. Well, I'm gonna roll for it actually. Evens, he goes right behind the mausoleum. Odds, he goes left. He goes left. So cool, but he's back there with you. Guard 1 is going to rush up and start to get into this fight. And is going to fight the skeletons. Immediately runs in and starts attacking. And fighting back skeleton 1. They've got they switched out from spears to morning stars, these guards, and just start bashing the skeleton. It's rattled, but it stays up. The doctor is going to disengage because he doesn't want to fight this thing. Going to athletics. Over the hedge. He's going to keep going down to here for cover. Second guard also rushes in, doesn't know Silas is there because he's invisible. Starts attacking the skeleton, but is not able to get as many good hits in as his counterpart, but starts to flank around to kind of just put this thing down fast. And they just yell, "Reinforcements are on the way. Stand by. We're here to help." Riv. Your distraction, very well laid, has been forgotten about. A massive fireball has erupted over that mausoleum. I'll say this. The reason I rolled for it is because Manchun is not sane. And therefore is prone to bouts of just anger that result in shit like that. Because there's a very sane option he could have taken that he didn't.
It'd be like that when you're a clone.
Yeah, he's not doing great in the mental department. We'll take a break at the end of this round. But Riv, there's a mausoleum that just kind of like is smoldering still. It didn't catch fire per se, but like it erupted and it's just slowly crackling down now. You can hear the guards crying out as they're getting closer. You can hear bells and alarms starting to go off nearby as more and more of the Watcher responding to this. Because remember, we're about 10 seconds into this fight. Right.
What remains of the mausoleum, out of curiosity?
At this point,
the
like
small one.
The small one, it's not completely blown apart, but like the door is blown off. Basically, the fireball went. The way I picture this, it went inside, blew the door off the hinges, and then concussed outward. And everything that was inside was just like blown up, windows shattered, like urns and other things like plaques, flowers, just dust. Parts of the roof were probably cracked and messed up. The frame is still there, but that's where you caught part of that like fire and concussion from that outer blast. He just cleared it with a fireball and said, "Fuck it, I'm not dealing with this." Which hella illegal, by the way, if it matters. But
I feel like a lot of things happening here tonight are illegal.
there's all sorts of crime happening right now. Like actual problem crime, but hey, Riv, you're up.
None of this is OSHA compliant.
No, not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Okay. Once again, a few different options I was considering, but I think Riv is going to use Misty Step
Okay.
to teleport 30 feet out of the mausoleum.
Which way?
This is the piece I've been debating. I think that way. Yeah.
Okay. So you bamf out here.
Yep. And then I think I'm going to be running towards Brindle.
Okay. Make a perception check. Just because of the hedges and everything. You have an idea of where Brindle might be, but I'm going to keep it fair.
That is a 17.
Okay. Yeah, as you get close to the hedge, you see like about a second or two beforehand, that other thief like ran up the hedgerows and like parkoured over it. You see also it looks like people low crawled under, and you stick your head underneath, and you actually see somebody who's been low crawled on the ground, but is like stopped. And you recognize the shoes as Brindle's. I think one shoe is like flown off. But he's not moving.
Smoldering shoes.
Yeah. So bonus action to Misty Step. What do you do next?
Yep.
You have an action and a movement left.
Can I try to pick up Brindle and carry him?
Say, give me an athletics or acrobatics check as you work your way through this hedgerow. That'll determine if you have. It's this will be fifth. What did I say?
Dirty 20.
320. That'll work. So you're able to go under it with full movement to get to him. That's your movement, and you still have an action.
Brindle is, by the way, about 125 pounds.
Then yeah, we're gonna fireman carry Brindle.
Okay. So you manage to just hoist Brindle over your shoulders and get ready to start moving.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Lavinia
Go ahead.
gave them some talks about, not being a part of the team. They're gonna show that they're a part of the team.
Make
I'm proud of you.
athletics check for me, please. Because if you get a 15 or higher here, I'll give you half movement to start moving south.
That was a 14. You said athletics.
Yeah.
That's a 16.
Okay. So you're able to get Brindle, and you're able to start actually taking off with him to get kind of out of the way. It's a very clean pickup as opposed to like dead weight dropping a couple times. It's very smooth. Okay.
I mean, obviously, Riv has learned how to do this from all of their time spent in the theater, moving
Absolutely.
things around.
Very proud of you.
You do know it's a little different when the person is actually unconscious, but you're like, hey, rehearsal is what it is for a reason. It worked.
Brindle's a very crispy sandbag at the moment. It's very similar. It's
Well, yeah, this will be exciting.
Not unlike moving a tarp.
Skeleton 1 is right and is going to attack these guards now, and it's actually going to slash the hell out of guard 1 with its messed up sword. The guard like takes a cut on his armor and turns around, like slams away the sword with his money and star, and just starts bashing back into this skeleton and says like, we're gonna put you down, and then like looks at Manchun and says, and you're next. Manchun just goes, all right. Like it's entirely unfazed by that accusation. Rainier is going to try to break away from Bigsby's hand. I don't believe it gets an attack of opportunity.
Because it's a spell, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It is a spell. There does not say anything about getting an attack of opportunity, so he's going to just bolt. He recognizes when it's a good time to get gone. And he's going to grab Advar on the way and run with him over here. Awkwardly and with like a little bit of debris, he chucks Advar over the hedge. And Advar kind of like float lands nearby, and then Rainier proceeds to get kind of caught up in the hedge itself, but at least gets under there for cover. But yeah, Riv, you see Advar with like a few branches sticking out of his like ears on trunk, just land nearby. Hard, but at least on his feet. Skeleton 4. I'm going to roll a perception check for Manshun. I need Riv to make a stealth check at disadvantage. The Plague Doctor is going to make a stealth check, or his friend is going to make a stealth check for 17. Advar is able to hide well enough. Bolo is able to get a 15. Rainier is hidden with advantage. I can get a 21. What did you roll, Riv? 10? Okay, that is the lowest one we have then. So I'm going to roll a perception for Manshun, and we'll see if he breaks a 10. This is +2. He does not notice all of you down here. He has turned his attention. His fire, like there's fire and smoke coming from that mausoleum, right? It's kind of crackling down. There's 2 guards that are up north that he's now paying attention to. He's seen like a couple of people run out, but a lot of people were invisible. He focuses his attention on the guards and points Skeleton 4 up to them, and has Skeleton 4 rush and attack this other guard, and takes a pretty nasty slice from these multiple arms just clawing at him. We'll come back at the top of the order as people are working to get their way to safety. But I think we'll take a quick break here. And it looks like you're on a pretty good place. But we'll find out how that goes when we come back. But we'll be right back in about 10 minutes. How's everyone feeling so far? Because we're live again.
Everything's fine. Everything's so good.
Everything, yeah. No anxiety whatsoever. Now there's some anxiety. There's some anxiety here.
I'm stressed for you.
Andy told me what level this thing we're fighting is, and we're doing really well, actually.
Well, so what you're saying is we've done the right thing to not engage him directly, except for that one time where I did.
Except for that one time where we did.
The one time,
Yeah.
but it was just one time. It doesn't count.
He seems to get irritated when he gets stabbed.
Who doesn't?
But
Also, I've just discovered what my monster has done.
Oh no!
Ate through the thing. Oh no! Is that a microphone pad?
Yep, he just like a little demon.
Just standing there nibbling on it like a hamster with a water bottle.
it's
A little emo hamster.
So out of curiosity, Andy, how hurt did Manchun look when I did 9 damage to
not very. Honestly, it looks like the cloak absorbed a lot of it. Like you felt it impact, but you feel there's also like magical health or resistance things happening here as well. But it did hit him. It did hurt him because he wouldn't have had to make a concentration check if it was dispelled other ways. So, but yeah, it didn't come close to taking him out, unfortunately. You're all on a run to safety. Some people, like B, have gotten there and have started to coordinate for help. Others are trying to get to the southern road where counterpart Sergio has line of sight to help teleport you out of a very dangerous situation. So far, so good. Lavinia, you're up.
Yep. So I already measured it out. It's 10 feet this way and then 50 feet down if I do nothing but move to get right down to where my friends are.
Okay.
And then let me just check one other thing.
Please roll stealth at disadvantage as you're moving through that area.
Okay,
Because there's a possibility that Manchun will start to see people over there.
that's fine. What is my stealth? My stealth is pretty good.
I'm not going to have him roll till his turn. I'm going to note it.
Well, this advantage is... So your options are between a 17 and a 19, so I guess that's going to
Hold
be
on.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 for
21.
stealth.
Okay, you move through quickly and quietly. I managed to get down to Riv and Brindle. Brindle, go ahead and describe yourself. You're currently at 0 HP, but what do you look like?
Brindle is getting double charred, I guess, right? So like he's already not in very good shape as far as fire damage previously. Got healed up a little bit by Lavinia, and then now is just took fireball, glancing, but still fireball damage. Most of his clothes are just nearly in tatters at this point, right? Like smoldering. There's a lot of just ash and whatnot just around. So he's looking pretty like pretty darn beat up. I don't know what degree burns we're talking about here, but certainly like medical attention level burns to try and get them to a manageable level. Maybe we need to get third degree down to first degree or something.
I just called you a Brindle brisket.
Brindle brisket, absolutely, 100%. Oh man,
holy shit! So that's what you see, Lavinia, when you roll up on Riv and Brindle. It's just medium rare Brindle brisket,
and he sure is dying. Right?
Yeah, I'm definitely unconscious. I'm probably gonna have to do a saving roll this round, right?
Well,
is that how it goes?
So on your turn, you're gonna make a saving throw unless you get healed.
For my bonus action for healing light, you can heal 4 points. So I just kind of like smack the back of your head and cuss you out in Elvish one more time on my way past.
There is a moment. Brindle is as you were kind of floating through that void of hurt, right? Lavinia, you're getting ready to, cast your healing. You
desperately trying to reclaim my consciousness.
You have a moment where you come out not quite where you are, but you're just seeing like strange things, different games of chance. Dice, roulette tables, cards, like simple coin tosses, just a variety of just strange noises and lights and sounds of people laughing and cheering and sometimes cursing at their failed luck. And you just, for a moment, hear an invisible or a voice said to you, like, if you want to, grab a seat and pull up to the table. We'll deal you in. I'm feeling lucky tonight.
I don't. This is like the equivalent of like walk toward the light for Brindle. I don't know if he wants to sit down at the table. Very confused about what's going on. How realistic does this strike Brindle as? Like how lucid is he right now, or is this just like a vague like impression? Or
you have enough consciousness to know like you were not here. You were just in the cemetery and just got badly hurt, and like you're not sure how you got here, but it doesn't make sense to you. Something's
off. That does not make sense. I want to look around. Do I see like what else do I see around? Like, is it just this kind of table, or just does it seem kind of like blurred impressions around of other things going on with only this in focus? Or
look around, you see that you're in a very nice looking gambling hall. The odd thing about this though is like is marble floors, nice golden pillars, like a lot of people in very nice attire playing different games. But the thing is, in most casinos, they don't have a central dais with a person like a lady, but kind of like almost made of like a tan gold, sitting on a red throne, just watching over all of this. That's a little unusual. It's not what you usually see places, but simply just looks at you for a moment, gives you a little wink, and then her attention goes elsewhere.
Oh. I think Brindle is kind of intrigued by this. How much pain am I still feeling? Is it like I'm now separated from my physical body and I don't feel the pain that I felt just moments ago? Or
When you think about it, you're like, oh, there's a part of me that's still pretty hurt, but like, not if I don't think about that, I'm actually in a pretty good spot.
weird. This is weird. I like how you say like the weird thing about this situation, but this is a weird situation just to start with, right? Like, you know what? Brindle would be like, all right, okay, let's see where this goes. Like, what is this? And he'll sit down at a table just to see what this is.
You have a moment where I sit down at the table, a dealer in like in a nice red vest, bright blue eyes, strange, like almost Asimir features, almost celestial, but like not, they're quite kind of blended. You feel like there's maybe some anthropomorphic animals in there as well. Just deals you out some cards. Lavinia, do me a favor and roll how much you're going to heal. Brindle, I'm going to ask you a question as these cards are dealt to you, and before you look at them, I'm just going to say, all right, Mr. Fallow, well, seems like I don't have a lot to buy in with, so we'll front you for one hand, but hopefully it goes well or you're out of chips.
Okay. I think Brindle's going to lean into this hallucination that he's pretty sure he's having, and just chat with the dealer. You know, like, hey, so yeah, how's your night going? I'm Brindle. How are you,
Mr. Fallow? We do have to keep the table moving.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the night's
All
going
right.
well. I do appreciate you asking. It's a professional courtesy.
So what are we playing here?
Life and death stakes. No big deal.
I meant what game, but okay. All right. Life and death. Yeah. Feel that.
Yeah. He's going to ask you one question as you were dealt a pair of cards. And this is going to be a simple luck roll, so it's going to be proficiency, right, on a d20. And he's going to ask you double or nothing. Now, this is going to impact how you're healed.
Yes. Yeah, I see where this is going now. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So you can just take what's happening and move on, or you can actually call double or nothing. I'll ask you for a DC 15 luck check with your proficiency. If you succeed, you're going to get double your hit points back. If you fail, we'll figure that out.
That's less than a 50-50, so I'm...
These odds aren't good.
Those are not great odds. So in this game, can I just walk away and not play? Like is that okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely good.
Oh man. I think Brindle is not going to take Brindle's okay with 4 hit points. Brindle doesn't need to push it, but this is fun. This is interesting. I think he continues trying to chat with the dealer. Like what is all this? Where am I right now? How did we get, like, looks around like how did I get in here?
Sorry, sir. Unless you're at the table, we're not allowed to converse. And the lady up on the platform gives you just a small, like, disappointed head shake.
Brindle winks back at her.
She gives you like a... Your insight says she expected something different of you. But
yep, that's fine.
You snap back from this very comfortable place to your body as you are healed for these 4 hit points. And you leave this strange other place that you were in.
Well, this sucks. This hurts. This is painful.
Now you are dealing with the ache and pains of like your body in the cemetery. Now dealing with like the smell of like oh, somebody's cooking something. Shit, that might be me, right? Like dealing with that.
Oh my gosh, my skin, everything hurts. My clothes are in shambles. I am barely able to stand up, but I do, and realize that I've now, like, I'm just a little further away from the smoldering ruins of the mausoleum, where I kind of take in the amount of damage that was done there and to me. And I see Rib and Lavinia here. Oh, thank you guys, thank you.
Hell yeah, Lavinia. Do you have? You moved and you healed. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that was because I used double. I did the double move in the bonus action, so that's it.
Word,
That's
Brindle,
all I got.
You are healed. That is, your action is you regain consciousness, but you are awake now. Bonus actions are movement available.
I don't see anything else that would strategically benefit the rest of us. So I see up there just skeletons and guards fighting. I don't know if I can see Rainier, but we're moving away from here. So I'm gonna stand up on my own, right? Oh man, thank you guys. And can I? What is this down here? Is that a wall or a walkway, a boardwalk?
That's a fence, a wall, right? So it's about 6 feet high, so you could easily run to it and try to jump it.
Yeah, I'd prefer to do that than be out in the open. So I'm gonna try to maintain the amount of cover from the smoldering ruins of the mausoleum, and then the like kind of alleyway back here, and try to sneak, and then climb the wall.
Okay, go ahead and roll athletics.
Hey, finally.
Okay, parkour. Oof, right over.
Athletics 21.
Yep, easy.
Easy peasy.
I mean, I feel there's a lack of pure finesse, but like you managed to move your body correctly over. It cooperated.
I mean, mostly I'm just trying not to exacerbate my burns while getting over this thing. This is not a great situation. I don't have a whole lot left covering like the pain on my skin. So yeah, like kind of clambering over, like trying to gingerly go over the top of it while also not like going too slowly. And yeah, it was
You're real crispy.
None of this is cool. This all hurts. This sucks. But at least he, I don't think, was spotted by Manchun. So yay.
I'm gonna roll on his.
I'll let Sergio know that I at least made it to the road.
It's the road. They have a prepared action. If you want to go, he says, I'm ready to teleport you.
No, I'll wait for everybody else, but I'm here.
Okay. B, when you teleported, you actually finished your teleport standing in what looks like kind of high-rise building on a balcony overlooking the City of the Dead in the trade ward, about on the 5th or 6th like floor up. Sergio, as you stop, immediately looks at the other person and says, sit down in that chair and don't move. And the Kenku just kind of takes a seat and he's like, we're not going to hurt you, but if you try to leave, I will restrain you. B, what are we dealing with?
A clone of Manchun.
Good God.
Do you know what that means?
Oh, that is... We're in... We need to get them out of there now.
Correct. He wants the stone. We got. I'm now saying all of this through our link, through the mind palace, so he wanted the stone. We found one of the stones, and maybe this was a bad idea, but we put it in the baguette.
It's not that bad idea. That is how the stone works. Unfortunately, it doesn't present other complications.
You're damn right, because apparently it got real chatty.
That is new information. But we'll have to pull that apart when we get to it.
there's not all that much I can do from here unless you have a way for me to cast spells at a distance. I'm pretty much nearly wiped.
I've been experimenting with something. I think it might help. It's only good for maybe 1 or 2 uses, but would you like to try a medical relay?
Yes, what's that? Tell me more. I want to know everything.
He pulls out a small gemstone. Uh, it glows with like a light blue arcane power, and he chucks it off the balcony, and it flies up. And actually, anyone else who was on the ground looking at this, you probably wouldn't see it because of all the chaos, but you just saw it position itself perfectly between that balcony area and where the events are. And he says, "Do you have any spells that you could cast? You can use that stone as a relay to help out your friends. It will be good for maybe 1, maybe 2 spells, and then it will shatter. But it helps extend your range a bit."
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
So if you have a spell you can cast, you're welcome to cast it within range at this point.
Do you remember if I used my Pearl of Power?
I don't believe you did.
Sick. So what I think I'm gonna do is, let's see. I can't see Rainier or Volo, so I can't really help.
You can see it from up here.
Oh, I can see from up here?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see what I want to do. Expeditious Retreat is self. I can't cast that on someone else. You know what? I'm going to, from a distance, do I want to hurt him or do I can't hurt him, not meaningfully. I'm going to cast mage armor
Okay.
on to, if this is increasing my distance, I can have my familiar land on Rainier and cast mage armor on him.
Hell yeah. I'm good with it. Where is your familiar? There we go. Little burb.
Yep. Burp, burp. Oh. Just a little sparrow, just a little guy.
Okay. And then, yeah, basically you cast that spell, it relays off this floating blue crystal, relays down to your bird that lands on Rainier, and mage armor hits Rainier. And he takes a second to like look at his and like, oh wow, as his hands and like form kind of glow for a second, then it disappears. And he's like, okay, fantastic. Do me a favor, roll a d20 just for the relay.
Okay.
On a 15 or lower, it will shatter.
No.
Okay. It shatters, but you're able to get a use out of it.
Oh,
So,
I had another thing I wanted to do, alas. But hey, I was able to give the guy who's unfortunately closest to Manchun armor.
yeah. Well done. Manchun's going to go. He's rolling against a 23. Let's see where that goes. On his dirty 20 for perception. Think about this in terms of, okay, he wants the orb. He cleared that area. He looks up. He starts seeing the guards engaging. He doesn't see the rest of you moving around. He's smart. He starts moving back through. Yep, I know what he's going to do. He's going to kill the guards. He's just getting that man out of the way. So
He said that so
tells Big Z,
casually.
He tells Bigby's hand. He just points at one guard. It moves. Because he's tired of the interference. And it's going to crush him, which will deal 17 plus 8, 25 points of force damage to this one guard. This guard is just crushed into oblivion. You all hear the sound of just like crackling, crunching, and then a lot of bad noises as things drop. Shin's going to walk down this way. He's just looking. He hasn't seen you. He does not know where you are. But he is keeping an eye out for movement. I think he's going to cast... He does have enough spell slots to cast another spell. Oh, do I need last sight for this?
Say, boy, do I hate that Manchun forgot all about that illusion stone being thrown out onto the grass. That is really unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
He did. So I'm tracking it still there. The series of events that have occurred since then, I think...
Oh yeah,
would
no,
justify...
you said Manchun is not fully rational, right? Like that fully tracks. I'm just saying it is unfortunate. I really regret that Brindle distracted him.
Yeah, now he's kind of on the hunt for damage. I think he's going to cast... I need someone to roll a d20 for this because I need to make sure I'm not doing something with too much context. Della, go ahead and roll a d20 for me. On a 12 or higher, I'm going to do something. Otherwise, I'll let it go.
Hate that. Fuck.
Fuck.
I'm calling bullshit.
This is bullshit.
It's
What
12
have you
exactly.
done? What have you done to Owlbear, Geodis? What have you done?
What sacrifices have you been given to it?
Sacrifices have you made? What cyber hacking have you performed?
Every time you've said you need this ore, it's been exactly that. Every time.
Listen, this is just another dice fuckery.
Do I need to like smudge around my computer? Is that what we need to do? Do I need to burn some fucking sage in my office?
I think that is ideal.
I only have culinary sage. I don't know if it works like that.
He's going to come down to this area. I'm really trying to avoid like just having him walk to you guys. He doesn't know where you are, but he's also like looking for you in a smart way. And he's looking around. He's seen like bits and pieces of motion, but nothing to lock onto. He's going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh shit! I knew I should have cast Thought Shield.
And that will catch Riv, Lavinia, and the Plague Doctor in that initial 30-foot bubble.
It will not catch Riv.
It will not catch Riv. You're mind shielded. You feel for a second like Manchun's thoughts probing your mind, right? And they're very quickly cut off. But when like this happens, you actually feel a sense of strange familiarity with Manchun, of somebody who is like had an identity split multiple times, and is like convinced that this is his real identity, but is also constantly playing with the fact that he faces literally himself all the time. And there's a part of himself, a very small part, that is not 100% certain he is real. And if maybe one of the others is this real Manchun, right? That very quickly goes away. But that that parallel hit you like a ton of bricks before you close that connection.
Yeah, Riv hates that on multiple levels.
Is this divination magic?
Mhm. It
Then
is. You were shielded from it.
I am also shielded.
Uh-huh.
Excellent.
Lavinia, however, I don't believe you are. And that doesn't mean he for Riv, he doesn't ping where Riv is. It's just that connection hits for a second, then is terminated. What's Lavinia thinking right now?
I mean, she's just been swearing in Elvish this entire time, so it's probably still just that.
Okay.
Like, I don't think... Like, I think her internal monologue has not shifted in that, like, that is kind of like... That's the storm inside that's keeping the outside quiet and still. It's just this stream of just, like, very creative Elvish curses that are just, like, ramping up.
Doesn't probe any deeper than that because he can't on this turn, but is like, just locks on to, knows you were somewhere in that area and can hear the, like, fuck, like, just the cursing. And, like, just kind of turns his head slowly in that direction, is, like, looking around again. Because he still doesn't know exactly where you are. He just knows that someone is close by.
What's the plague doctor's buddy thinking?
He's also actually in the same boat of just like, fuck, if I get out of this, like, any god I can pray to, like, I'll turn my life around, I'll get right, I'll donate to the church, I'll donate to every church, I'll donate to, I don't care who, whatever, he's just
scared
going to
straight.
Yep. This is crazy for him. Oddvar is going to, oh, hey, we're getting multiple follows. Thank you for the follows, guys. We're in a pretty tense chase scene right now.
We're having a time.
Oddvar is going to try to stealth out of here. Is actually going to kind of move around behind this thing, clamber into the fence and shrubbery. Is only going to get half movement, but is going to kind of get behind the fence and away from this. Silas is fighting for his life through this shrubbery. I'll give him an athletic check. See if he gets full movement, but it might be half. That is half for
Silas.
Sure. He's not built for this. But he is invisible, fighting his way through the shrubbery on the other side. Skelly Kip. Oh, Archibald would also fly with Silas. Skelly Kip is going to run down and start mauling guard 2 as the remains of like guard 1 are kind of popped different direction from Bigsby's hand. Guard 2 just starts getting mauled by the skeletons. And very quickly you see Lavinia, like, as a last ditch effort, the dancing lights go up into the air with a bright red star cluster, which you know what that means, as this guard is killed by the skeletons that just maul him. Volo's going to make a break for it as well. It's a little more athletic. This is a plus 5. Goddamn Volo. Solid 10. Still invisible though. Gets over the fence. Just a little further behind. This dude is not. He's just going to go for it. He runs. Plus 5, DC 15. He does not make it over the fence on a nat 1. Has had that mind link for a second and just runs, trips over this headstone and just beefs it on this fence. It doesn't knock himself out or anything, but like he tried to step up and then step onto the fence and parkour over it, slipped, hit the side, and just stopped all of movement. And Manshun just locks onto him and says, I know where at least one person is now.
Oh no, buddy. Oh no, buddy.
This the guard?
No, the thief.
This is
the plague doctor friend.
Oh, the plague doctor guy.
We cut him. We cut him loose so that he could try to escape, and he just got himself
He tried. He's gonna take a bonus action dash, and like that nat 1 just ruined his plan. So Riv, you see the plate doctor slam into this fence. Meshu just whips around, and you see like Meshu has clocked him 100%. That's a fact. You don't know if he's managed to clock you in Lavinia yet. What do you do?
I'm dashing and I'm looking to get straight over that fence.
Okay.
See about joining Brindle there.
Okay. I need a DC 15 athletics check, please, as you are dashing over this fence. So
That is a 7.
okay, that'll still get you what you need. You're just gonna have half movement on it, so you'll get the 15 feet instead of the 30 for your move. So you get over the other side. And if you wanted to continue to dash, you can dash down to here.
I'll do that. That sounds good.
Okay. Very good. Skeleton 1 is going to start from orders of Manchun, who just kind of waves them towards him, like from behind. He's just like, come here. And Skeleton 1 just runs down this way. And he points the skeleton towards the thief down here. He says, tear him apart. Wait.
No second fireball? Come on. No.
As he looks at the skeleton like takes off. Just wait. Do it slowly. Rainier is going to move. Same thing. He's going to take an athletics check to go over this fence. He's at a +7. Oh yeah. Rainier like rolls out from under the fence and just rolls and jumps into the shrubbery. As be able to get a little further through the brush. It's no finesse at this point. Once he clears the fence, just like breaking brush and like whips like branches and stuff, like cutting parts of his face, and like he's losing like scraps of clothes to the just. He doesn't care. He just runs, just powers through to get down south. Skeleton 4 is also going to 60 feet down here. And Manchun says to the skeleton, oh, good. You grab his feet and just slowly extend. Lavinia. Say, once you are at the road, you can call for teleport.
Okay.
I'm so concerned for Silas.
Yeah.
Fucking Silas.
He's invisible. He's doing fine. He just didn't want to run directly past the insane mage.
It's not the stupidest idea. It's just a bad idea for reasons he doesn't know about.
But he is invisible, so as long as he just like
if he can just be elsewhere, he'll be fine.
Detect thoughts though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lavinia does leave his bubble, and he can't sense you outside of 30 feet.
Okay. And then what's the check I gotta make to get over the fence?
It's a DC 15 athletics check.
I
also have full move. If you roll a 5 or lower, it stops your movement.
Okay. I took that feet.
But you can all tell, like, Meshin is locked on at least that the thief, because he made a shitload of noise.
You said athletics?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they weren't working together.
That's a 17.
Okay, you clear the fence.
So clear the fence.
Full movement available.
Bap.
Okay.
One thing I want to see before I leave, well, here's the thing. We're going to wait for the others to get to the road before we teleport, correct?
Well, Brindle was planning to, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to let you, as a reaction, you are on the road, teleport.
Okay.
That is super important. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So if you're on the road, you can make a reaction and teleport.
Okay. I want to leave, but like I'm looking right at Rainier and Oddvar, like standing like right there. So it's like I feel like it would be a real dick move to disappear right in front of them.
In the freeze frame reality, like it is just them hauling ass through like this just thick underbrush, and they're just exploding out of it towards you, like in this freeze frame.
The only other thing I can think to do is just in the pettiest sense of things is Manchun took damage because Brindle stabbed him in the back. So like, my guy, come on. So like in the pettiest of moments, I kind of want to just clock him with Toll the Dead on our way out, but that just seems petty.
I will let you make that call. He is not focused on you at the moment.
Yeah, but he could probably make the wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
So
it will draw his attention.
Yeah, he will make the wisdom save, so he won't take the damage, and he'll know where we are. So like, it's not worth being petty.
I'll recommend it.
Yeah, I've gotten to the road. I'm just waiting for the rest of our group to saddle up, minus Silas, because I don't know where Silas is.
Okay.
But I gotta have faith in this man. He's an adult. We discussed this before we left.
Invisible, so like he could be here for all we know.
That is true. He could be standing right beside me and minding his business, and I would never know.
You would never know. But unfortunately, so Sergio says, I have one more relay left. We can use it now. It will take more time to get more of these. Your call if you need it. And he like hands you another crystal to like throw out above the balcony. So it is a limit of resources, these relays. He can get more, but it will take time for him to rebuild them because they do a lot of shit that high level like casters should do.
So these three guys here are the skeletons are with Manchun right now, and they're heading over to the thief.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use a cantrip.
Okay. You throw that relay out there, it floats in the air, it glows a little blue. Those of you who stop for a second, you actually see like a blue like blink for about 2 seconds and then disappears.
Okay, give me 2 seconds to pull this up exactly what this does. Because this is mold earth. Essentially, I make a 5-foot square suddenly difficult terrain.
Okay.
They can just move around it, but it doesn't say I can't do something that they're already standing on. So I'm basically it's a cantrip too, so I will essentially spam cast that as long as this thing stays up.
Okay. What is the save for that?
There's no save. It just becomes difficult terrain.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you putting this? Below Manchun?
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna put it below the skeletons.
Okay. So one of the skeletons would take a 5-foot. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it below the skeleton because Manchun isn't doing his own dirty work here.
You're up high actually. Go ahead and make a Arcana check too. But yeah, you can put it on the skeleton 1 because he'll be the first one to move.
Okay, Arcana. We're looking at that's 15. That's a 21.
Okay. You notice that as Mention is doing things, he's moving casually, but his staff, his cloak, his spellbook, and himself do not move in synchronization.
Okay.
They're acting as 4 independent entities. And like that fireball came from his staff. Some of these other spells are coming from the spell book. Some of these reactive things seem to be coming from his cloak. Right.
Okay.
There's a lot of major magical shit happening down there as you start assessing him. I'm
Okay.
realizing, like, for academic purposes, you can look these things up later as you're kind of clocking them.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I will keep this up. I'm gonna keep I'm still think I'm gonna be trying to slow the skeleton, not him.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Manchu-
a better call.
Yeah, but it's good to know for future reference.
Yep.
Do I need to roll for my crystal?
Yes, please. Go ahead and roll. It is
It's a 6.
okay. 15 or lower. The crystal relay explodes.
Oh, I thought it was 6 or high. At the 15 or higher, it explodes.
So.
Oh no. All right. Well,
Was that confusing?
no, it's not confusing. I was just thinking wrong.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I was thinking wrong.
Yeah. We can get more of those, but they take time to build.
It's fair. I want to know how to build them. I think that B says that to Sergio. It's just, I want to know how to build those. I want to know how to make some of those. Those are neat.
I have a contact I'll introduce you to when things settle down.
Do crystals count as architecture? Kind of.
Does anybody have a gem smithing or not gem cutting? I think Joe's character does in my other game.
Don't think I do, but you know what? I can learn. I can learn all
You
kinds.
and CW can take a couples class together.
Couples gem cutting class. Oh my gosh. Oh no, he'll want to make me a ring.
I'm going to. Minshew looks at the play doctor dude and just kind of slowly walks in that direction. And it's a saving throw. We ain't going to do it though. The thief starts to like scramble to his feet and try to climb the fence. He gets about halfway up. He moves fast. Minshew just kind of like flips a page in his spell book and then levitates this dude off the fence and just kind of suspends him in the air. And says, "No, you're not going anywhere." And then starts pulling him slowly closer via the levitation spell. Anvar is going to move down to the road. Silas is going to move 60 feet for this brush, almost to the road with Archibald.
Come on, my guy.
Skelly Kip is going to move 60 feet down here. Baby's hand is also going to move 60 feet this way because it can. Volo is going to emerge from the brush and get down to the road. The plague doctor is going to try to make a saving throw against levitate. There's a 9. That won't do it. So he just scrambles and struggles as he's like kind of floating feet overhead over feet, and like about 10 feet from Menshin, who's just kind of watching him. And then like Menshin just reaches out with like his staff and just pokes one of his feet, and he just kind of spins sideways. And he's just like, you can struggle, but you're not going for anywhere.
It's real messed up. This is real messed up.
He's not a good dude. Riv.
I think for right now, Riv is holding, because if they are talking to Brindle and Lavinia and the consensus is we're waiting, they're just ready to go the moment they're able to go.
Okay. Skeleton one is going to run up. Per Manchun's orders and attack this plague doctor guy. And just start slashing him. And you all hear him just getting cut up and yelling.
Hey, Andy, actually, real
Yeah.
casually. I'd like that not to happen. Silvery barbs.
Okay, I'll reroll. That's a 15 on the die. Let's see if that is a 9 on the die. Will a 9 still hit? Nope. Now it's skeleton's bonus. Okay. Are you within 30 feet?
I have to be within 60.
60? Never mind, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
You silvery barbs that. Skeleton misses. Thief continues to just kind of tumble in the air, and it's just like yelling, like, seriously, help me! Like, it's like trying to grab like a gravestone to like get away, and like occasionally Manchu just grabbing his boot and pulling him back. But is not able to connect.
And no, Riv did not think that through any more than that. They just wanted to stop that and may have accidentally prolonged this poor man's suffering.
I was gonna say, I'm like looking at the things I can do, and it's like, I can't help this man unless I like mercy kill him. There's nothing I can do in my spells.
I think Riv looks to Lavinia and is just like, what do we, how do we help him?
What do we have for stuff that we had picked up from the plague doctor and his friend?
We have
We've got
potions of
poison.
Potions of invisibility, potions of mage hand.
We've
Not sorry,
literally
potions of mirror image.
the
Fire,
scrolls
you
of
say? Oh, I do have the mirror image one. That probably would have been better earlier.
the scrolls of Dimension Door are already gone. Like literally, I'm looking at my stuff. I'd have to be closer to heal him, but that's not really going to do anything except prolong all of his stuff. Everything else I have, it would just be like it's either self-related, like spider climbing and stuff like that, or it's like I'd kill him. I'd mercy kill him. I can't do anything else for him.
I'm going to ask Riv a question. And the rest of the players also please weigh in. What do you think Rainier would do in this situation?
That man came to rob his mom.
Because Rainier is a genuinely kind and good person who can fight and will intervene on bad things, but this is someone who tried to rob him earlier. But this is also someone who's now facing a much greater and much more harsh threat.
Yeah, I think Riv doesn't know Rainier enough to fully be able to gauge that. I think their thought is essentially it could go either way.
Let me rephrase. This is me asking the players, what do you think he would do here? Because I do not want to send him in. My thought is he's going to go in and try to help this guy because, yeah, he deserves some punishment, but being torn apart by skeletons is not the punishment that this guy deserves. I ask because it is his turn.
How afraid would Rainier be of Manchun at this point, though? Because Manchun
pretty damn
has
scared.
Shown... Right. So, does Rainier think he would actually be able to survive running in? Or would he be just giving his life away, right? Obviously, everybody wants to save this guy, but what are the odds? And at what point are you just survival is really what you're concerned about? And
That's fair. I'm going to make a roll. Okay. Rainier's going to run.
Mm-hmm.
Because those things both add up. You're right. He would want to try to help, but at a certain point, it's too much for any person to deal with. And it's going to get to an area. Skeleton 4 is going to attack. It is Lavinia's turn.
Do we still have the sleep darts? We're pretty far away, right?
I'm just asking when you all leave.
At this point, well, as far as I know, well, Volo has not made himself visible, has he?
Volo will whisper to whisper to you all. I'm here. Let's go.
All right. So the only person we don't know where they are is Silas.
He's not with you?
No.
Shit.
Anybody see which way he went?
Oh, he was invisible. Sorry, that was flippant. I'm just really scared right now. No.
He seems resourceful.
I was gonna say, I think Lavinia at this point, she's gonna at least tell the others to go.
I think we should all go. I don't think anybody should stay. How many shots does Sergio have at getting us all out of here? Can he just keep teleporting people, or is this like a one and done?
You're gonna call good stuff here. All right.
Thank you for the good stuff we need.
We are so stressed right now. You don't even know.
Yes, this is hard. This is bad.
I'm like, I don't want to leave without Silas. I'm already leaving this one guy to die because we can't do anything except for mercy kill him, and I don't want to mercy kill him because that feels real fucked up.
Two good stuffs. We got two good stuffs coming in. How many good stuffs would we need to be able to save the plague doctor friend?
I'm gonna say this will give you a shot. Here we go, because these flares went up. I need to create a token for something.
There's 3 good stuffs. Please
There's 3
don't
of them?
make us.
Holy shit! Okay.
Our viewers are determined to help us save everyone.
Like, please don't make us listen to this man die.
Well, I wasn't gonna go that dark. I was just gonna be like, all right, you all leave, and then you don't save him, and end scene.
You already made us listen to those two guards get squashed.
Yeah, I would expect them to survive anyway. They were just there to straight up help you delay and get the hell out of here. Here's what you get. I want to introduce a neat thing that you haven't seen yet in Waterdeep. These flares that went up earlier from the guards before they were finally taken out. Lavinia, you know the significance of these red flares, right? 5 of them. Good lord. What are the significance of the red flares for the group? If you don't remember, it's fine. I'll explain. I just want to give you a chance as the
was it the statues?
Well, the red flares. The red flares is what alerts the other guards to like your location that you need help, and you need help like immediately. It's like the severity of like the colors of your lights is the severity of the help you need.
So for a watch member to like throw a red flare into the air means like imminent danger, send everybody. If you throw one of those incorrectly, it will end your career. Which is why from that flare, these individuals show up.
Hello?
Oh.
Oh. Hello.
That's good stuff.
These are fuckers on griffins.
Griffin cavalry is a thing that exists in Waterdeep. It is not often used because it is a severe fucking threat response. And they are well trained, and on those griffins ride like knights in full plate mail. Who some of them are spellcasters, some of them are just incredible fighters. But either way, like they take this response seriously and zoom in almost out of nowhere and start to land and swoop and crash into. One of them crashes into this whole group area here. Another one like flies in and like begins kind of distracting Bigsby's hand. A third one comes through and just skewers this skeleton, takes him up into the air and drops him as he falls. Right, the thief manages to roll out of the way. Manshun, seeing this, dimension doors away, and leaves the skeleton in Bigby's hands to sort it out. And very quickly and rapidly, they surround the area. Silas manages to like come running down the street, becomes visible. Is like, I made it! Holy shit, the Griffin cavalry!
Oh,
I think Brindle's actually just actively cheering at this point, like cheering on the griffins, like woo!
He's like
Yeah!
crawls, grabs, and falls over the fence next to Lavinia, and it's like really covered in like claw marks, but it seems like he'll survive. Holy shit.
she just like reaches down with her one hand and just like puts it on his forehead and it's just like, it's okay.
It's like, guys, there's not enough therapy.
Sergio, get us the heck out of here.
So let's get you out of there. And all of you disappear as you're pulled up into this high-rise building. And out of that cemetery, you can see now as the scene shifts back, right? You're pulled up to a high-rise about 5 stories off the the main road in the trade ward. You can see the city of the dead now. You basically see the equivalent of like red and blue police lights, like Griffin Cavalry's there, like a lot of the other City of the Dead watchtowers. Because again, 18 to 24 seconds for that entire encounter, right? So now like all the other watch members are closing in, like they're finding what's going on with people. They're like starting to lock down the area. People are being asked questions, but you can kind of see this all happening from a just empty high-rise apartment. There's like a small kitchenette area with like bare stools. It doesn't even seem to be a couch or anything. There's just like a few boxes of supplies up here, mostly food and water. And there's a wall where close inspection shows there may have been like a lot of push pins or something on that wall at one point, but it's since been like taken down. And it is all of you plus Rainier, Volo, Stylus, Advar, the Kenku, and the Kenku's partner, all here in this high rise.
What is that man's name? Andy, you almost killed him. What is his name?
His name is Tanis.
Tanis?
Mm-hmm.
Tanis.
He's not a
Tanis.
he's definitely not a half elf, is he? can't have that.
Tanis, you need Jesus. You need to get thee to a nunnery, my dude.
Tanis needs to.
Tanis is also another Kenku, and just shakes his head and goes,
Tanis needs to find Bird Christ.
I need to find Bird Jesus. Yeah, I need a drink. I need both. Hey, I know tonight. Thank you for not leaving me. I don't. Look, Quincy and I owe you.
Quincy.
The plague doctor.
The other Kenku.
I like how Lavinia and B had the same reaction to that. We were just like, oh.
That's a really hard sound to make with a beak.
Get used to it.
That's fair.
But we look. This wasn't supposed to go down like this at all. Like this was supposed to be just trying to grab something and leave. I'm sorry if we dragged you into this. I thank you for not leaving us there.
Did you?
I don't know how we can make it up to you.
Did you know that guy was going to be showing up trying to grab the same thing y'all were trying to grab? What were y'all trying to grab?
We're supposed to get the stone, the glowing green or the glowing yellow stone. We're supposed to go get that. It's
for who?
It gives him a look.
Anyone
You
who wants to
did
go ahead.
say we could ask for anything.
You're right.
Fully set this man on fire, and then he got on fire for you again.
Um,
You do not deny this man things.
He says, B, go ahead and make an intelligence check. He hesitates, and his eyes say that he like wants to be helpful, and there's some sort of like delay here.
Mm-hmm. Son of a actual whore. It's a 14.
You suspect there's magical compulsion involved. But he says,
Did someone?
I wish I could say. But if there's anything else I'd be more than happy to help you with anything else if I could just let you know that. But that yeah.
Lavinia's
Someone-
gonna glance at Rainier and be like, "Did you know his mother wasn't gonna be in the tomb?"
Where's my mother? Rainier starts yelling. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm still a little tense from what happened earlier as well, but if you have my mom's body, I want it back immediately. And they both say, like, we don't know where she is. It had nothing to do with that.
Insight check.
I'll give you that one. They are telling the truth.
Okay.
They are shocked and scared by Rainier of like, we don't know. We didn't mess with your family. We weren't trying to do. We're just sorry. We can't help you there.
So they've got a geese on them, and
A what?
a geese. It's not a joke. That's how the word is pronounced. It's just I'm not making bird jokes. That would be insensitive.
I would be insensitive.
No, it's
So
just
I appreciate your understanding.
It's just how the word is pronounced. It is a type of magical compulsion that prevents you from saying certain things or doing certain things. And
Oh.
if my if the wiki, the D&D spell wiki was actually working, I could tell you what level that was, but it's not. So we're gonna have to wait a second. It's 5th level. Fantastic. So it's basically we're not going to be able to get them to say something because depending on who told them to do this, the spell can kill them.
If I can make a suggestion,
what about like a counter spell or something? Like
if I can make a quick suggestion, could you two gentlemen please go take a seat in the other room? There's some wine, there's some food. Please just get yourself relaxed, and we'll let you know when we're ready for you. The two of them kind of like go off to the side. He kind of puts them into like a small bedroom, as Sergio says.
Brindle, like, gives a nod and a wink to Sergio, like, oh yeah. He did mention a drink. Get some wine in him before the interrogation. That's a good idea. Yeah.
He just says something to be cautious about. If you are correct and they are under a guess, they can't knowingly help you break it.
No.
So any plan that we would make, if they hear it, they would have to resist it. So just my suggestion: Church, remove curse.
Wait,
what? How?
I have to go to the Temple of Tyr anyway tomorrow. I can take them with me.
They can remove curses at temples. That is generally one of the best ways to deal with this, but they cannot know that is where they're going. They will resist, not on their own, but because of the spell.
So we should just like blindfold them or something, or
do not just tell them where they're going.
We just don't tell them where they're going.
I mean, they might realize it when they get inside of a temple, right?
I think you'd be shocked at how intentionally stupid people can be.
Also, if they are in Lavinia's custody, they are going wherever she goes.
Of course.
I want to make a note that a geese is an enchantment spell, and it is a relatively high level enchantment spell that someone relatively recently attempted to place on me.
That is a crime if you can prove it. Yeah.
I don't think I can prove it. But the woman what was the woman at the museum?
The curator?
The curator.
Oh. Alda. Yeah.
Alda Arkin.
Alda Arkin.
Yeah. Alda Arkin attempted to place an enchantment spell on me, and I would not be entirely surprised if this were the spell. I was lucky enough not to get hit by it. It didn't take more luck than skill. But But I know that there's somebody out there who can do this, and I'll send to everyone quietly through the thing that she was a person who was interested in the stone as well.
Hmm.
So
Oh.
even if this doesn't work, this is a potential lead,
Potential suspect.
potential
Yeah, I'd say
suspect.
Brindle says "oh" out loud, not really thinking. Like, oh.
I think we should all have a drink and a nap and
I could use a long rest. Over,
you
yeah, I need. Oh,
you
I
look
don't know.
like
I
you
don't even
could
know
use
about wine
loose
right now.
skin,
You need
Yeah,
actually.
you need medical attention. I have a
yeah.
few
I think I need to go find some medical attention.
I have a few
You have
potions that will
Ah.
hold you over for tonight. I do suggest you get looked at the temple.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you,
in the
Sergio.
in the meantime, I apologize. I was not as prepared for this area, given the urgency of the situation. But he does pull out a scroll of create food and water, and just starts creating like just basic rations to have around. It's not nearly as stockpiled as like the Troll Skull Manor area, but he starts getting people food, places to sleep, and anybody that has the tech magic up, I don't think it's any. I think features may have okay. You can see there's still just a shitload of like abjurations been thrown on these walls and doors. Like
Mhm.
it's slapdash, but it's done in layers. um
I think B, being a little bit too jazzed to sleep, starts sort of walking around looking at the abjuration on the walls and like has like her notebook out and is like taking notes about like, oh, if you adjusted that sigil just ever so slightly and like that sort of thing.
Well,
Like
yeah. Also, speaking of sleep, and also the
Mhm.
fact that I have handed the stone off to B,
mhm.
Mhm.
can Lavinia sleep now? Or is that
Yes.
still affecting me? Or has that transferred to B?
No, that has gone away. You no longer have that spell slot. You feel that wave of exhaustion hit you as the
Oh,
adrenaline rush dumps, and you can go to sleep.
okay.
Um,
The legitimate fear of never being able to sleep again was not doing good things to Lavinia.
the stone has been rather quiet because it just didn't have any reason to get involved in a conversation while you were all trying to avoid death.
Mhm.
But it does. I'll kind of end on this, right, as we're getting settled, going around the room. Volo is talking excitedly to everybody, and is also checking on people, and he can do minor magical healing, and so is trying to help patch people back up. But he's also getting notes about what happened throughout the evening, what people saw from their perspective. Rainier seems to have calmed down a bit and like doesn't want to throw hands with like Candace and Quincy, but is generally just upset that he doesn't know where his mother is and like wants more answers, but is committed to waiting for a little while. Uh, Advar is just trying to pluck debris out of his like out of his fur.
I'll help him. Lavinia will help him.
It's like, wow, thank
He
you.
was very brave.
They were very brave as well, Lavinia. I must commend you for coordinating that entire escape. That was well done.
I'm gonna need stitches.
Um, I think scars tell a story.
Will these ones heal gold too, or is it only the arm?
Would you like them to heal gold?
At this point, it might as well be consistent.
Consider it done.
Oh, I was fucking with you, but okay.
Oh, right. It's the jokes. So no gold.
Be real weird right across my rib cage. I don't think I need that.
Fair enough. After Rainier gets settled, he kind of comes over to Riv and says, how are you? You okay? It's been feels like it's been an insane night.
And Riv looks shaken. and nods.
Here, it's not
It has been an insane night.
the best wine, but it's something right here. You want a glass?
Riv accepts and takes a sip. Very casually deflects and asks, "What about you? I mean, you were there in mourning, and suddenly everyone converged on this one spot."
It's I'll be honest, I don't even know how to unpack it. It's nice to see everyone until it turned south, and I thought at least with those two that'd be the worst of the night, and then I don't even. I just want to know where my mom is. Like the other stuff is insane and twisted and like all real fucked up. And I don't even know how to go about dealing with that. But until about an hour ago, I was pretty certain my mom was buried in that mausoleum, and now that she's not, and they don't know why, and I don't know why, it's more of my dad doing insane shit. I think could be wrong, but this seems like his kind of thing.
Riv reaches
Can,
out to
can
take
Brindle
Rhaenyra's
hear
hand.
any of this out of curiosity?
Yeah,
Is this
absolutely.
happening in seclusion? I think Brindle would have very unhelpfully said, "Don't forget about the necromancers."
Yeah, that was
We
also
cannot
terrifying.
forget about that.
Are you okay, Brindle? You a little rough.
You should be in bed.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Brindle goes wandering off looking for those potions that Sergio offered up.
Sergio like sets out 2 potions of healing and like a small sleepy mat for you, along with like some food and water. And Raina just says to Riv, like, thank you for helping.
I was happy to do so, though unhappy about the circumstances. And Rhaenyra, we're going to figure out what happened to your mother. I promise.
I appreciate that. What's the room in this corner? I don't know. There's not a lot of floor space.
It works, yes.
And so I think picture the two of you kind of like cornered and like just like sitting with your at like a 45 degree with your like backs to each other, but like at least in the semi, it's cute, right? Cute for the environment.
Hands brushing every so often,
Yeah. Tannis Quincy kind of gets it set up in the other room. Lavinia, you managed to wind down with Advar, finally getting like kind of brushed out and like all the debris gone. Sergio will ask you, in your professional opinion, do you think that the watch will pick up on who all be in there? Do we need to report this?
We were documented as going in.
Mhm.
So we have to have some kind of an explanation as to how we got out. And I assume B spoke to someone. So.
And then we'll make sure we have our story straight. And first thing in the morning, before we go to the temple, we'll make a report.
B used Dimension Door. I think it won't be that much trouble to say we just had more than the 2 scrolls that we had.
Of course. And I'll put in for you to find an abandoned apartment here. I'll ask that you leave me out of that. But whatever you report, that I will support. All right, let's get some sleep. We'll make sure we have a solid plan in the morning. Happy to get the rest. There are wards and alarms. We're safe here. And sleep does kind of slowly overtake people, right? You kind of go from a chaotic series of events to just at least fitful rest. Um, some people probably sleeping with one eye open. Some people probably so injured that they can't keep any type of mental awareness and they clock out because they need the recovery. But B, you don't sleep.
You have the curse. You have the curse. You have the
Ow.
curse.
You finally have a moment
What a lovely day!
where you settle down and try as you might, your brain is running through like, wow, like all these different abjurations, like there's an alarm, like there's alarm spells, there's resistance spells, there's like clearly lock spells, there's all sorts of like warding spells against detection and scrying and divination. There's a lot of stuff to like put this up. And if you want to, go ahead and make an investigate check.
I would love to make an investigate check.
I think you can do an advantage because you have time, like
Wonderful.
all night, if you really want it.
Okay, well, so the first roll is a bit 17, and the second roll is a 12.
Okay.
So 17.
17. This is you may have all put this together in and out of character. I'm not sure where you're at on that because I haven't asked. But in character, this is the first time I think you really start to put together the levels of support that Sergio probably has somewhere in the background.
Hmm.
Because in the time it took him to set this up, he's not a spellcaster as far as you know. This is security in layers of both arcane and divine. Um, unless he hasn't told you something, like it wouldn't have been him to set this up.
Hmm.
And now you're starting to think through like the gifts that he gave you, the other information he's been getting access to, and you're starting to like realize how deep in he's gotten and how deep in you could potentially be pulled, which is good or bad depending on your perspective.
Okie dokie. Hmm.
But as you're getting ready to try to sleep and can't, you hear a voice just say, "Ah, new courier. Do love travel. It's been quite swift in the last few moments, or what do you call them? Hours? Hmm. What is it you want, little one? Why are you running from your destiny?"
If you call me little one again, I'll find some aqua regia and drop you in it.
Hmm. No, I understand that completely. Courier will do just fine. Why do you run from your destiny, courier?
He's not gonna answer.
Hmm.
He's gonna keep on keeping on.
It lets you just sit quietly for a while and then says, "Well, regardless, it's not on me. It's not my goal to get you to a certain place. I'd like to get you where you'd like to go, wherever that may be. All I ask is that we enjoy the journey. After all, there's a lot of it out there to see."
I think at some point B does just say, "What do you know about my destiny?"
you feel this thing smile and says, I'd be happy to show you.
I've seen enough. Use your words.
Interesting. You know, the other couriers were not nearly as conversive, and I do appreciate it. Well, put quite simply, your destiny could be the thing that makes or breaks the very realm and fabric of this material plane. But in the grand scheme of things, there are plenty of other planes. Or you could simply walk away from it. It's not like your destiny is forced upon you. The question becomes, do you want to see what happens when you are put in such a position? Or do you simply want to avoid it and make your own journey?
Thank you for your input. I'll keep it in mind.
The questions are still very valid, courier. When given the reins and given the power to go anywhere and do anything, well, that's when you learn a lot about somebody. I'm just a traveler. Don't mind me.
B is gonna keep making her notes. Try
Okay.
lie down, try to go to sleep. Doesn't work. That's okay.
You're not
She's
able to sleep.
cool. Well, it's happened before, you know. She's not gonna worry about it too much. A lot.
Gain one additional spell slot at the end of your rest.
Sick.
Enjoy the maggot's curse.
That's not even the weirdest shit that's going to happen.
I
Cool.
hate that sentence.
Just wait till it's your turn, buddy.
Mhm.
Yep.
Your time's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, if Brindle knew all that was happening, he'd be kind of jealous about the not having to sleep thing. There are so many things he needs to get done.
You
Yeah.
need to sleep. You need to regrow your skin.
You do. Your whole skin.
Say, you all get a full long rest. You are reset with your spells, abilities, hit points, all of that stuff. I am going to say that because Brindle went down, I will give you a. This is like a weird rulesism. I will give you a passive level of exhaustion, right? And so what that means is like, hello, Raiders. We're actually wrapping up, but I love your timing. Welcome to the party. So that just means that like you were badly hurt yesterday. The exhaustion will not impact you in terms of like a shitload of mechanics, but if you don't get solid rest today, like it will start to compound and become real exhaustion. If that makes sense.
No, Brindle drinks those potions, and I think other than some very brief reflection, like he goes to sleep pretty fast, even while people are still up and talking. So,
and then the next morning, you all just the sun rises. I'll back up. You all wake up and have a moment where you're trying to reflect on whether or not last night was just a horrific nightmare. And then as you start to move around, your aches and your pains and the stressors and looking at this just mismatched group of people that have been thrown into this high-rise apartment safe house, you remember like the terrifying and very, very deadly events of the night prior. But it is a new day in Waterdeep. The sun is shining, and at this point, well, you're on a path, and you have to figure out what your story is going to be, where you're going to go.
What a lovely day!
Wow, we are just getting lit up by raiders. I love this, but man, the timing is so bad because we are about to roll out. But stick around for we have about 10 minutes to off ramp, and then they'll kick you over to another channel. But thank you. You got to figure out what you want to say about last night. You got to figure out how you're going to deal with these clerics and the two you have to get more information. Because B, you can tell by their eyes, they are sympathetic to your cause. You saved them. But you also know that that curse will obliterate them if they do the wrong thing.
Yep.
So
they can't know. They can't know. I think B will impress that upon everyone here.
And we'll start to zoom away from that part of the city. And I will leave the outro quiet, as you will have a recovery for that morning. There's more happening in the city, but nothing quite yet. So yeah, that was session. Thank you all for a very stressful encounter. Good God. Wow. Well done. Whoever, who was it? Electric Kool-Aid was spamming the good stuff earlier. Good move on that.
Saving lives, truly.
Yes, legit.
I'm sorry,
Thank you for not letting my silvery barbs go to waste, and for the only option to be for Lavinia to take this man out herself.
I won't lie to you. I was like looking at like, well, I got lightning bolts and cone of cold. I got all these stupid spells. Like, I'm gonna at least try and AoE them one time.
I was like, I was looking at all the spells I had prepared, and I was like, "There's nothing that can help them."
I'm just sitting here being like, "Oh my god, don't line up, don't be in a line."
Perfect line.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee he's got chain lightning. It's gonna be bad for everyone.
He came down and he looked down that row, and I was like, "No, no, no!
Don't do it. Forget you have that spell."
Oh no, I was like, there's like 7 people in a line. This is gonna happen. But
AoE to TPK so fast.
Hell yeah. I mean, you could have gone gambling with Brindle, wherever the hell he was. I'm sure that would have buffed out.
Yeah, who knows what that was? Holy cow.
That was totally a normal thing.
That was an absolutely normal thing in the middle of a normal situation during normal times. You know, this is yep.
But let's do a quick outro. And then we'll get it after the net. Yeah, words are hard. Outro. Bedlam, you're up.
Hey, I'm Bedlam. I've been playing Brindle Fallow, this half-elf farmer. Clearly not a now even more proficient rogue than he's ever been. Certainly not. Just a humble farmer wheeling and dealing here in the city of Waterdeep. You can find me here every 2 weeks playing Brindle, and then also in Thy Kingdom Come. First 2 Mondays of each month? Second and fourth. Oh my god, I get that wrong every time. But I have a calendar that lets me know when I'm supposed to be here. Where I play Jerome Nears. So also check that one out. And that's it for me.
Hell yeah. Della.
Hi, I'm Della. Tonight I have been B, who doesn't have a destiny. I don't know what this chatty rock is talking about. Yeah, I'm here on Thursdays. I am also in Redacted on Thursdays, where I play the I guess I'm not a singular haunted house of ghosts. I am now a haunted duplex. And that's going fine. My martyr just became a hero. JD, yeah, I picked what playbook I'm switching to. And I also run Thy Kingdom Come, which is our Urban Shadows a dark theology game, where they are trying to fight an angel for angel fighting reasons.
Sometimes you just gotta fight an angel with your
gotta
bare
just-
hands.
sometimes
Sometimes
do.
you just gotta just dive tackle an angel. You know what? It worked for Jacob. I don't see why it wouldn't work for anyone else.
Hell
That
yeah.
was Soren's logic. That was why we went off the top of the playground equipment to tackle this
Mhm.
angel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's say, speaking of angel tackling, JD.
No angel tackling tonight, but maybe in the future. Hi, I am JD. Tonight I played Riv. You can find me in way too many things. Several of the games mentioned here already. I can be found with Live from the Apocalypse and Thy Kingdom Come, where I play Saint Soren Augustine. I run Redacted, our David Lynch's 24 game. I
Oh, hell yeah.
am also in Class Reunion, although I have not been there for a long time, as either Hunter or Lindsay Ardane. And I am also in Academy H, our Masks actual play podcast, where I play Casimir Bright, who does bone magic. He would have dug the skeletons, not how they were being used, though. That would have crossed a line for him. You can also find me with Entropy Emporium, who raided us tonight, both as a storyteller and a player. I run the Horror Masks game. They call us villains over there, and I am also in Blooming in the Rot, our Invisible Sun campaign, where I play Alistair, just Alistair. And last but not least, I can also be found with Lost Caravan, who also raided us tonight in their Cyberpunk Red, The Fall of the House of Red, based on the Fall of the House of Usher, in a cyberpunk setting where I play the rocker boy Virgil.
Very nice. And then Julia. And I lied. I actually have one thing to do after this, but that'll be fine. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Julia. I've been Lavinia Hale. Remember, a cab does include Lavinia Hale. When I am not doing that, every other Saturday, I am Kelly Violet with Class Reunion. Every other Sunday, I am Lyra Kroll with Academy H. I only do things on this channel as it stands right now. I live here. I die here. My cat is pretending to bite me. I don't know if you've been able to hear that fake noise that comes through. That's him pretending to bite. That's the noise is him fake biting me. He's tormenting me after he's destroyed my
Rude.
pop filter because he knows that I am suffering from leaf detritus.
Suffering from success.
I guess.
I got nothing.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a hell of a night.
I appreciate you all hanging in there. This was a pretty stressful session, and yeah, I'd have to add one thing. I apologize because you all rested, and I want to make sure I roll this now. I need Lavinia and Brindle to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Why?
Oh, heck yeah. I want to know why. Oh, this is great. DC saving throw for what?
It's a Wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
Wisdom, right.
I
Oh. You did a long rest, and this is important. And I wanted to make sure I didn't forget it.
Nope.
That is a fail.
Yep.
Hold on, I have to get my character sheet back up because I closed it.
I think Brindle has failed every wisdom check.
Wait, are we
Okay.
all
Very
making
nearly every wisdom check, I think.
No.
No. Okay.
Wisdom. Okay, that's not. That should be okay. Oh, thank Jesus. 21.
You succeed. Okay. Good. Lavinia.
This follows. Lavinia is much wiser than Brindle. Yeah.
Bedlam, I sent you a message on what happens.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
is that what that noise was? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no.
Nice.
It triggers on a long rest. Yeah.
Cool.
We'll deal with that next session, but I just want to get that out there. Hell yeah.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
All right.
Wait till it's your turn to hold the thing.
He's gonna
Who's
hot
gonna
potato it.
trust Riv to not just run off with it? I mean, really.
Should be good. That's a fun complication, but I like it. Anyway, hey, I'm Andrew. I'm running this thing. I got a plan. I got a lot going on, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this is probably a really mean encounter, and I absolutely love the fact that everyone pulled it off. Because I stacked a lot of shit into one night.
We're
I know what
level
I did.
3.
And you know what this says to me? It says you could handle it.
That is not the message you should take away from
Yeah,
this.
you
That
should.
is the
That's, I
opposite.
don't like that.
Mm-mm.
That's I learned
Lesson.
eat clearly
I'm
another
in for it. I'm
CR15
in for
monster.
it.
Right.
How clearly only twice of Brindle going down to 0 is fine. I mean, we can push for 3 times next time.
But no, I appreciate you all coming up with good ideas and hanging in there because that was well done, and really embodied like what this game is about, which is, outsmarting the bad guys rather than trying to fight them directly. Because a lot of these things are a lot stronger than you, but you guys are pretty clever. Anyway, let me find a group to raid. There is nobody online.
Yeah, no, it's late at night.
Okay, well, we're just going to give a thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. And if you did rate us, you rock. For everyone who responded in the chat, you rock. Our socials are in the Discord. Thank you for all the donations. And thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.